Hey, Geeky Dragon here. I just got done giving you guys an update when I'm recording this. I have been having a problem with my energy. Their coffee shop has me so tempted on to make, a short thing about the amount of caffeine in each cup. It's like, seriously, I would be concerned too. It's like, I am concerned. I am really concerned on that. Without further ado, let's start chapter 3. Is it bad that it's like, I don't know who I want to go with, which makes me want to go to my dorm? It's like, I spent all this time trying to get the energy to complete this, and I still don't know what I'm going to do. That loading screen though, it's a little weird. I like how our waves look a little more tame and like a little windblown. Okay, this is what I don't get. In her old design, I can't remember her name, but her hair looked curlier than this, and it's like, what's going on? It's like, your hair's curlier than hers. Am I the only one who finds that ironic? But this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's one for each. That's damn. And then episode 4, which I'm really like glad about. Let's see here, achievements. Let's look. Dead snake. It's a deer. Something run around walls. Baby steps in it. A F. Rude awakening, confidence, bravery, and kindness. Okay, I'm going to get a cheat sheet. Not on. Because it's one of those things where I need this. Oh, there's one. I reblocked my own post because I messed up, alright? And for some odd reason, I couldn't get, like, my Gmail said that, the support didn't exist. So, I don't know what's going on that, but main posting on it about Tumblr was my last resort. And I wasn't going to send a bug in there, just general love. Because I can't do that. I can't. Okay. I'm fully aware this sounds stupid. But I can't find a way to log out of the new site design. I have several accounts that need to be able to log in and out of them. Can someone please point me in the right direction here? You're all so nice, thank you. I have to zoom completely out to get to the edge of the profile button, but I got it, so we're good. I'm laughing because that was me. It's like when they're first came out, when I first looked at the website, I was just like, okay, can I get help here? It's like, I can't tell. Let's see if I can. But she does good chapter guides without giving anything away. But I am going to get to the point where I have a character for each thing. Eventually. Chapter 4, it's 141, and that's my dog. That's why I'm trying to get comfortable. Keep reading. I don't want to view the illustrations. Rude Awakening. Okay. Axel, Tegan, and Tyler, second hallway. Alright. Find out more about the fitness test. Classroom 1. Alright. I think I'll go Claire. But it also gives you, I feel like that's an I think I'm going to protein bar. I know these 3 are for episode 4. Now, I think I rambled enough. Also, the problem I've been having is I haven't been able to get any energy, and I haven't been getting any gold coins from the thing. There's a part of me that wants to swear up and down. It's like, I did something wrong, and now I must pay homage to the goddesses that have created this website. I don't have everyone to the point where I want them to be. Like Tyler. Dude, Tyler. Is at, like, I believe 0. Really funny. But right now, after, like, they get the entire story out, or at least a good chunk of it out, will I be adding more characters into it. Right now, I have enough on my hands with the guy and my girl. But I will be making more characters because this game is way too fun. Way too fun. Too fun. Okay. Teachers have shown themselves to be very demanding at Arlington, and you're barely managing all of the work thrown at you. To make matters worse, you have 1 week to find a partner for Coach David's infamous fitness test. Will you manage to convince the person you want, or will you end up alone? Forever alone! Okay, I'm absolutely overwhelmed by the sheer accuracy of your performances. Okay, did this new? I feel like I have to change into my... I wish they split this up, because otherwise this is weird. Save. Or, layering. I wish that was a thing. Eldria has ruined dressing up for me. I will admit that. I've been spoiled by Eldria's layering system. let's go back. Start playing. Or do I go, crap? Maybe I'll change back when in reason. Let's see. Pants. Or maybe. That looks like you're a hipster. What the hell? It's like your comfy clothing is weird. But, okay, we're just going to run with this. And then when we get out to where it's needed, we'll change. I am absolutely overwhelmed by the sheer mediocrity of your performances today. Next. It has been a full week since I came to Arlington Academy. And boy, has it been hectic. Is it too much to ask from young people like yourselves to be able to run 2 miles without any stops? And I'm speaking to those not in the athletics department. Have you seen my duration, dude? It's like, I'm amazed we can walk downstairs without breathing heavily. It's like, my generation and below are like so... Oh! We're like so, like, non-fit. And I feel like I'm going to grab this soda just to prove a point now. And not that I'm, actually thirsty. Next. When I was your age, I would run 10 miles every day. Damn. Damn, 10 miles. But then again, I have a physical disability, so... Dude, the fact that someone can run even a mile without stopping amazes me. I discovered that teachers and faculty members here are ruthless. I don't think I ever spent so much time on schoolwork in my life. Oh, trust me, it feels like... That sounds like everyone when it comes to college. When they just got out of high school and go to college. It's like high school does not prepare you for this workload. They try to, but then it's like you're allowed to have assets, so what's the point? And that's just wondering, I'm drinking the Aldi's knockoff of Mountain Dew because it's delicious. Seriously, I prefer this to the actual Mountain Dew. But wait a minute. I don't know why I thought I was saying this because my computer's freaking lagging. Hold on. My game. So, we just missed a piece of dialogue here. What the hell? But all of them are just so busy with their own stuff. You know what, guys? Let's find out what you need to do to get into shape. Fitness test. Same time next week. The whole class groaned. Oh my god, if they didn't groan from that, we'll work. Oh, you're going to complain about that too? Rickwill and Alistair didn't seem too bothered by the news, though. That's because they're in the athletic department. Alright, fine, I'll let you guys choose a partner for the test. Next. Your partner will be the one evaluating you and noting down your results. My stomach sank. Now, on top of everything else, I have to look for someone to be my partner. Me and this character and Honora are in perfect freaking agreement because it's like, my mind goes, fuck that. But you have to. I mean, I have a few people in mind, but they probably already picked out their partners. God, it would be really embarrassing to be the only one without a partner next Friday. Class dismissed. Everyone hurry up and change into your uniforms. Next. I went back to the locker room and changed. I definitely need to find myself a partner for the test. But before that, I should probably ask people about the test. That way I can prepare better. Maybe I'll be able to talk to some of my new classmates at the same time. Objective: find a new partner for fitness test and let me change back into a uniform because me being in Arlington Academy without my uniform makes it look creepy. Let's see here. Oh wow. They got it to where you can wear pants underneath it. That's good. Amazing. But I think I prefer the pants under it, but that would look rude, I believe. Okay, they might want to add a few skirts in with the bottoms too, because it's like, or a dress. You know. All that fun stuff. Let's see if I can collapse this now. Woo! I should have done that. I should have done that sooner. Entrance now. Claire and McCill's classroom 1. Claire. So classroom 1. I don't like this little update, but okay. Classroom 1. God damn it! Actually, that didn't sound like her. God damn it! It's okay. Don't give up. It was hard for me to figure out. Silo. Oh, okay. Let's Google that. What is the calculations of reactants and products in chemical reaction? Holy crap! Yeah! The more, it's like, damn, they really need to teach us this. It's like, my high school didn't even touch that. It's like, I kid you not, for the first 2 years before I went, did a joint program with the Career Center, I had to do the same class 2 times. Type of class 2 times where they were talking about the weather. Which, because I moved to where I am now, near the end of 8th grade, we were covering things that I covered in the 5th in 6th grades. And it's like there was nothing new added to that table, so it's like, yeah, fuck. I don't even know how to spell that properly. Same. This looked just like a bunch of words. How old were you when you first figured that out anyway? Next. Oh, I believe I was 12? Claire, I must whispered that last word. What? 12? Holy shit, Claire, you're a genius. Claire, I love you and all. You know that, but sometimes I wish you weren't such a genius. Sometimes I wish everyone here weren't such geniuses. Hello, ladies. What are you up to? Hi, Rosalind. I was just helping Raquel with her chemistry homework. Literally the worst subject ever. Let's see, it's Claire, right? But then again, it would probably be. Oh god, not you too, Honora. Next. Actually, how much would I have to pay for you to do my homework? This again? Raquel, you. Damn! Did that change anyone? Oh my god, it's Snap Claire. Claire doesn't want to hear anything about it. Next. You need to learn it properly by yourself. Your teenage years are one of the most important periods in your brain's development. You're still developing your frontal lobe, and the effort you put in today, learning-wise, will stick with you for your whole life. I'm clear on this one, sorry. Shit. I love the fact that they're cussing. Well, at least I know I have friends who care about my brain's development. You're hopeless. Do you know what else is hopeless? This freaking unbalanced chemical equation. I like that I killed it in my gym class today. I mean, obviously, I'll be surprised if I didn't. I didn't expect Coach D to drop a fitness test next week out of the blue like that, though. Oh, perfect opportunity to bring up the fitness test. I'm going to go for Taylor, if that makes sense. Like, hey, Raquel, do you know anything about the fitness test? Like, what I can expect? Oh, it's just the usual. You run a couple of miles while being timed, count your number of push-ups, sit-ups, and how far you can reach when you're trying to touch your toes while standing, stuff like that. Next. Cardio, muscle strength, muscle endurance, and flexibility. That doesn't sound too bad. I wouldn't worry too much on Nora Rosalind. I only have time to exercise twice a week, and I scored above average in my last fitness test. It's doable. You volunteer at a local hospital and study at the same time, yet you still find time to work out. I get to the gym in the evening for Quill. I care about my health too, you know. I always end up outperforming her by a landslide, but she does pretty well for a non-athlete. They almost make me want to go with them. I want to go for Taylor because apparently his picture is nice, bright, and colorful. You should definitely ask one of them. Have partners for next. So she's at 17. You're at 18. Alistair's at 15. I think I'll ask someone else. They probably planned on partnering up together anyway. Alright, I'll see you guys later. I have some people to catch up with. See ya. Where's... I'm trying not... Alice, Tegan, and Taylor, second hallway. I'm going to exit that out because I didn't even know that was a thing until it's really teaching you new things. I'm in college. Why don't I know this? Second hallway. Axel, Tegan, and Tyler were talking at the end of the hallway. He can shove his critique up his ass for all I care. Next. Hey man, chill out. It's really not that bad. You don't understand. My marketing team is furious. They keep calling me. I have over 50 missed calls. Like, what the hell do they mean? What does not original enough even mean nowadays? What do you expect me to come up with when I have to have a team of people approving and rejecting my work to fit the company's standards? He has a point there. Wow. I don't understand these people. They complain when new songs aren't given to them quickly enough, then complain some more when it comes out and it's not exactly what they expected from me. Choose, assholes! I can't write an entire album in 2 weeks. I got the stupid schoolwork to worry about and concerts to perform. Don't you get exemptions from some classes or something? I'm sure Lady Anne A can understand why you can't attend class and hand in assignments as much as the rest of us. Yeah, except Tadashi's the one who handles requests like that. He filters them and brings them to Arlington. Well, shit. Yeah, man, I'm so done. Hey, Axel, do you want me to, take care of it? Help you. My boy Tegan here is magic with computers. You know that. Let him help you. I wonder what they mean by that. You're the man, Tegan, but this could really screw us all over. Are you sure? I've been doing this for a while now, and no one has noticed yet. God damn it, I love him. And apparently his shirt for gym class had something along the lines of the Russian word for fuck it. Yeah. And it's like, I want that shirt now. He's thinking about it, isn't he? Yeah, I'll figure something out. I better not ask. This is really not the moment to get myself into trouble. It was a miracle I was caught at Rachel's party last week by the school's administration. You know, Axel, I thought my problems were heavy. But after hearing all of this, I think I'm going to stick with my simple life for now, at least. I definitely understand. I don't. I want fans like yours. Trust me, it's not all fun and games. Which one do I like? Let's see, Axel's, he doesn't care, so I have to worry about Tegan and Tyler. Yeah, I'm with Axel. I couldn't stand the constant screaming. It's disturbing as what they the screaming isn't as disturbing as what they scream. Next, Axel, please let me have your babies. Really? Damn. Tyler, please. No, just. I'm laughing at that. What the hell? Ugh. I don't know how you do it. It gets tiring, you know. Last month I had to outrun a bunch of fans because they spotted me at a restaurant. I wanted to eat, not work my cardio. I'm sorry, but oh shit! I don't know who I'm going to go for yet. Maybe I can ask one of them to be my partner. Hey guys, since we're talking about cardio, Tegan, I was wondering if you had a partner for next week's fitness test. I was planning on skipping that class, to be honest with you. It's worth so much of your grade. Hey, since you asked me so nicely, I think I'm going to change my plans. So, you'll be my partner? Yep. Alright! I want to know how colorful he is. Because he's an art student. No. I should probably leave them alone now. They seem to have a lot to talk about. I'm going to catch up on some homework. See you guys later. See you later, guys. I don't know how I pictured that when it was, like, right on screen. Let's see. Dashi's in the garden, so... Okay. I'm trying to be everyone's friend while still being me. Wait. No! Main hallway. School entrance. Garden. I spotted Tadashi in the garden. He didn't look too happy. You can't possibly expect me to drop everything like that. I thought you said I was good to go back to school on time. Poor Tadashi. Dad, I know, but I'm so overwhelmed right now that I'd like to spend time on my studies for once. Tadashi seemed very shaken by whatever was said to him. Fine, I understand. Email me my boarding pass whenever you booked the ticket. Next. Bye. He hung up. Groan. I don't think I've ever seen someone my age look so defeated. Tadashi didn't look like he wanted to talk to anyone, so I decided to leave before he saw me, but he was going to... Oh, Honora, were you there the whole time? Shit! Does our main character ever cuss? Like, seriously, ever? Not exactly, I heard a little, but I wanted to leave you alone with whatever that call was about. Don't worry about it. I'd rather not tell you the whole story, but my family wants me to go back home for the weekend. Back to where you and Alistair grew up? Ha! I wish. I'd love to go visit the Drews. No, I'm going to Japan. It's business related. Wait, Japan? Just like that? Wait, Japan? Just like that? But what are you going to do about school? Yeah, well, tell that to my father. I know he's CEO of Nikata and all, but I have my own responsibility, and they're just as important to me. Next. Okay. This is the last thing I need right now. Wait a second. Pelican... Nikita Corp. As in the Nikita Corp, the global multi-million-dollar company? Your daddy's the CEO? Well, yeah, he's also the chairman. Our whole family is on the board of directors. Tadashi, you poor kid! It's like, let's add whatever the hell Nathaniel went through and, like, times it by 10. I mean, damn. Oh, poor Tadashi. Honora Roseland, don't tell me you didn't figure it out. I mean, it's literally in my last name. He's got a point. It really should have clicked before. The world doesn't revolve around you, you know. Well, no. Now that you know, please don't let that intimidate you. I'm still just a classmate. Wait. Okay, please tell me. Well, no, you're the student body president and you can give me detention. Wait, does that mean I can get free in the course if I become your friend? Yeah, okay, as if that were true. That alone bullshit. I really hope this is said as a smartass comment. But, wait, that... Your pain. If I become your friend, I like the way you think. That was a smart ass answer. So, unfortunately, such luck comes with a price. What do you have to offer? I can buy you a donut at the cafeteria. Make it sushi and maybe I'll consider it. I have my people contact your people. In any case, tomorrow, well, I have to complete a week's worth of homework in one single night. Good talk, Honora Rosalind. Later, Tadashi. Okay. That was funny as hell. It's like, I like how you think. Okay, which one? Tadashi, because apparently... Sushi. Now let's see where everyone else is. Alistair, classroom 2. Ellie's the main hallway. And cafeteria. Oh wait, classroom 2 is here. Alistair was inside, reading what seemed to be a textbook. Hey, Alistair, what are you doing? Guess he didn't hear me. Alistair? Huh? Oh, hey, Nora Rosalind. Sorry, I was totally caught up in this. Alistair lifted up the textbook he was holding. Fundamentals of Physics? You don't look like the sort to be reading a physics book. Ha! You're definitely right about that, but even so, I have to learn it. I admire your drive. Thanks, self-discipline is really important for athletes. Well, for everyone, but especially for athletes. But why are you reading it now? Do we have a test? No test yet, thankfully. It's more that I'm already having trouble with the material and I don't have much time to study because of training. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. I should probably leave him alone. Well, I guess I'll let you get back to it. Wait, maybe you can help me figure this out, only if you have time, of course. Next. Yeah, no problem. I have a knack for physics. Wow, really? Why didn't you say so earlier? Trying to understand it. I'm tapping out. I need a break. Thanks for your help, Nora Rosalind. See you later, Alistair. Yep, thanks for your help. I probably should have went with the third one. What? You need to... Shut up! Big robotic dragon. Me or you? There's a part of me that really wants to say that, like, whoever the hell my character is for the robotic has a pet dragon. I was passing by the hallway when I heard Ellie giggle. I thought evil geniuses had mechanical laughs, not giggles. Real evil geniuses can do both. Should I be scared? Very scared. Just kidding. I was just reading this wicked good book. It's actually the one we have to read for our English class. They're usually boring, but this one's awesome. Next. Have you started it yet? Not yet, and I really should. Oh man, I'm getting really stressed out. Whoa, you seemed really on edge all of a sudden. Is it that obvious? Nah, I'm just super smart. What's on your mind? Open up to Ellie. I've actually been pretty stressed out lately. I didn't expect Arlington to be so demanding. I have to make it into the silver tier, and I have a feeling it's going to be super hard. I mean, everyone I meet here is so ridiculously talented. And I'm a little afraid I won't be able to make any friends here. Oh, come on, silly. What? What? You got me, of course. I'm your friend. I couldn't help but smile, and we've known each other for 1 week. Maybe what? You can totally just drop by my door whenever you need to talk or just chill. Oh, Ellie, thank you. That really means a lot to me. Don't mention it. I do think you should talk to someone else about your feelings, someone with whom you are more comfortable with. Maybe give a call to your parents. My dad's always cheer me up whenever I miss home. You have 2 dads? Yeah, it's awesome. My biological parents died when I was 10 years old. I'm actually adopted. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have asked. Not at all. I love my new family. Well, I'm happy for you. You know, my mother, she died giving birth to me. It was really hard on my father, and he hardly talks about her anymore. And while, unlike you, I only have 1 dad, I think I'm going to give him a call whenever I have time. You're right, I need to talk to someone. That's the spirit. It was nice talking to Ellie. I feel like we could be good friends if I hang out with her more. I'll leave you to your book now. Bye. See you later, alligator. And second hallway, cafeteria. Cafeteria lounge, second hallway. I'm missing someone. Oh, the outside cafeteria. I spotted Neha and Carolina sitting outside the cafeteria window. They were browsing through what seemed to be one of Neha's sketchbooks. It's been a full week since the party, and I still haven't talked to them. It's not like I could just go up to Carolina and ask her if she was okay, especially after our confrontation in the dorm bathrooms. And at the party, she didn't stop verbally attacking me until the very last second before she fainted. It feels wrong just to ignore her, though. She might be mean and selfish, but she still fainted. It could have been serious. Hey, Neha. She gave me a warning look of some sorts. Shoot, I had completely forgotten she didn't want me hanging out with her with Karina around. Next. I was enjoying the view from up here. Did you have to ruin it? Well, despite everything, her attitude hasn't died. Look, I know you don't think I'm worth your time, But watching you black out right in front of me, seeing words, like, and having to carry you all the way back to your dorm in a hallway filled with drunk people, it was messed up. You may not care about what I want, but I just want to make sure you're okay. You're alright. I don't care about what you want. But I care about my image and my friends. Really? Carol? Ugh. In a strictly professional way. I appreciate you helping Neha with this situation. And what in the world is strictly professional to mean in that context anyway? Neha, however, seemed to be delighted at the words. You have unlocked a new achievement. Go to your dorm and check on the book to check it out. This doesn't mean you have the permission to stay, by the way. Thank God for that. We got things to do. Leave. I didn't want to argue further. Fine. See you later, Neha. She gave me a small smile. They really need to, like, get a smiling thing of her. Now, that would be in my dorm, the little illustration book, because I want to know what that was. It's a dare or something, baby that's fuck, rude awakening. Where did I unlock the new achievement at? It said I unlocked an achievement, but it's not showing me anything. It's a dare or something, run down walls, baby steps. Okay, I don't have any of them unlocked. Okay, something's going on. It seems like I'll never truly get the hang of how socialization works around here. It's not like I'm not used to being alone at this school anyway. But at least I got a partner for the fitness test next week. I glanced at my phone and my heart almost stopped. Shoot, it's almost 7 p.m. I need to do some homework before I go to bed. Second hallway, main hallway, school entrance, dorm hallway, my dorm. I threw my bag on my bed and quickly installed myself at my desk, ready to start studying right away. But at that moment, the moment I turned on my laptop, I received a video call request from my dad. Seeing his picture on my screen made my stomach sink. I've only been away from home for a week, but it's hard not to see him every day. I quickly accepted his call. Hey, Dad. Oh my God, you look horrible. Have you even gotten any sleep lately? You haven't talked to your child in a week, and this is how and this is the first thing you say? You're right, I should start with the important stuff next. I hope you're doing your homework and eating 3 meals a day, or else I will come up there and give you a lecture in front of all your friends. I don't know if I have any friends to be embarrassed in front of. I wasn't sure if it was the slight cracking in my voice, but my dad's face suddenly dropped. What do you mean by that? It just, my thoughts trailed back to Carolina and her attitude towards Alistair and me. I feel like maybe I thought about how the class looked at me funny when I found out I was a scholarship student on my first day of school. Good enough? Ouch. I really wasn't ready to hear that. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Honora Rosalind, you don't understand. Everyone here is so smart and talented. I feel like I'm running and they're walking, and I'm still so far behind. And I know I'm here for a reason. I know I deserve a place here. That's why I got my scholarship. But how is it that I feel so different? I don't know that. I just want to go back home. I know it's hard. No, I don't think you do. Remember the day you received your acceptance letter from Arlington Academy after months of going through the application process? I remember you nearly passing out when you found out you got accepted. I remember all your friends cheering you on. I remember all of the crying. I don't know who the hell your father is, but he's amazing. I didn't want you to go. I told you what I thought about the school and how extreme it could get, but seeing you so happy, so determined, I couldn't give up on your dreams, Honora. You shouldn't either. You're right. It's just so much harder than I thought. Honora Rosalind. Struggling with his affection was something I couldn't quite decipher. It was as if he was mentally battling his thoughts, struggling to put his emotions into words. Listen, Honora Rosalind, I know I don't talk about your mother. My eyes widened immediately. The last time Dad had mentioned Mom was back when I was still a child. Dad, you don't have to. No, Honora Rosalind. Your mother was a very strong woman. I see a lot of her in you. She had your determination and grit. Nothing could hold her back when she had a goal in mind. She was absolutely unstoppable. I accepted the fact she's gone a long time ago, but I must admit, I wasn't prepared for how much you remind me of her. Dad was struggling to keep a strong facade, but I felt tears begin to form in my eyes. Dad. Honora Rosalind, what I'm trying to say is, if you want to come back home, I completely support you. Say the word and I'll start the transfer right away. But I'm not sure you're ready to give up yet. His words hit me like a ton of bricks. I never heard him talk about Mom that way. He was right. As much as I like to go back home and see all my friends again, I would end up wondering later in life what would have happened if I actually stuck with Arlington until graduation. I am definitely not ready to give up. I will make it into the silver tier. Thanks, Dad. I miss you. And I won't let you down. That's what I want to hear. My child is a fighter. I'll leave you alone. You probably have a lot of work to do. You have no idea. Trust me, I can imagine. Good night, kiddo. I'll try to visit you whenever I can. I can't wait. Good night. I ended the call with a sense of purpose. I may have to work harder than everybody to catch up. And I may not be able to please everyone. But I'm going to make the most out of my time here. The day of the fitness test has finally arrived. I was a little nervous after all. This counted as a good part of my grade and I wanted to score as high as possible. Let me change back into my comfy clothes. It's like, fuck this. It feels weird. I want my clothes to fit the mood. It's not going to fit the mood. I forgot to save. But whoever our father is, I feel like he's a badass. Like, look, I know who you... My game. But it's like everything on, still for me. And I now have the highest affinity for Aster. I was a little nervous. After all, this counted as a good part of my grade, and I wanted to score as high as possible. But I had a feeling that having Tyler by my side would motivate me. Oh my god, he's so colorful and weird. Oh. It's like, if I have to be here, I might as well be colorful. I made my way out of the locker room and into the gym. Tyler was already there, talking with some people. Suddenly, he seemed to notice me and jog over. Hey, Norland, are you excited? Are you ready to get pumped? Wow, he's really enthusiastic. Yeah, definitely. Great, that makes one of us. Or maybe not. Great, that makes one of us. You don't like gym, Tyler? Hell no, the only part of gym I like is dodgeball. Or pin guard. You know, the games. The lifting weights, run till you drop parts, not so much. Well, I don't mind it so much. Hey, as long as you're not a total gym rat, we got no beef. The entire swallow is the goal, size is the prize. It's gangs or clock mentality is lost on me. I laughed. By the way, Tyler, your outfit is something else. Isn't it dope? I actually have an entire outfit based on the shirt pattern, but I forgot my pants were dirty. Okay, everyone, enough shenanigans. We're starting now. Next, do your warm-ups. We'll start with the 2-mile runs, followed by the muscular endurance test. The what? Feel free to enlist the help of your partner for warming up, but make it quick. Alright, something happened. My internet's been acting wonky. Forgive me. So let's go like this. Where the hell is he? It's like, there's a little blob here, but it's like, he's not showing up. I think I would literally rather be dead than doing this fitness test. I don't really know what to say to that. You know, if Tegan was here, he'd support me. He'd say big mood or something. Mood? Lacking in originally an enthusiasm, but I'll take it. Tyler plops onto the ground with a with a dramatic cape. He fixes it, gives up and rolls over so it's face down on the ground. He sticks his leg up in the air as a half-baked attempt at stretching, gives up and rolls over so he's face down on the ground. Guys, we just murdered Taylor. Hey Taylor, you good? Could you just locate my kneecap? That would probably excuse me from this test. No. With all these witnesses, I can't. Damn. I started stretching by myself. 5 minutes later, I was warmed up and Taylor was still doing his impression of a beached whale. Isn't it? I looked around to see whether anyone else was seeing this and had an idea of what to do. Maybe Keegan. I scanned the crowd for a mop of bright red hair. There he is. Oh my god, he's like... Oh god, he's also laying face down on the ground. I guess this is just standard practice for them. I tapped Tyler a bit on the shoulder, but it doesn't elicit a response. Maybe something else? Uh-oh, looks like Davis just spotted us. Tyler, this is not nap time. Get up and warm up. Taylor's hilarious. Closes his head into a loose thumbs up, still on the ground. Holy shit, I would replay that just to see how everyone does it. Now, Taylor struggles into a sitting position as Coach Davis walks away. God, what a giant D. Get it? Low-hanging fruit. Yeah, you're right. Not my best effort. Hey, help me up, please. I rolled my eyes, grabbed his hands in mine, and pulled him up. Alright, enough chit-chat. Do I have to remind you that this is an examination? Next. You all warmed up enough by now. If you haven't yet, too bad. We start by the 2-mile run, followed by the muscular endurance text. Coach D glared at Tegan while talking, but Tyler seemed unfazed. I'm switching between Taylor and Tyler. I don't know why. Well, let the torture commence, I guess. It won't be that bad, Taylor. You'll see. I'll cheer you on the whole time. Taylor didn't fare too well after passing the half-mile mark on the run. I'm sure the dramatic flailing he was doing with his arms wasn't helping him conserve any energy either. But he seemed to be interested in himself. The muscular endurance sections weren't as hard on him, but I could tell he was a bit bored. I, on the other hand, was able to perform above average in all categories. Given Tyler's general lack of enthusiasm, I admit I might have been trying to inspire him just a bit. Not that it did much good. I gotta admit, Honora, Rosalind, for a non-sport, you go pretty hard. If I wasn't so generally against the concept of physically torturing children for an hour a day, I might even be inclined to try out harder. And by physically torturing Children, you mean gym class? Exactly. Right. Alright, everybody, I want all test scores to be returned to me right now. You're all dismissed. Go back and change. And boys, if you stink up the locker rooms again with the stupid gray spray deodorant, I'll make you all do an extra 100 push-ups next week. Tyler and I began to walk back to the locker rooms. You really hate physical activity that much, Tyler? There must be something you're good at that you enjoy. Well, now that you mention it, I have a pretty good throwing arm. Tyler looks around the gym and spots a tennis ball lying on the floor. He checks to make sure that Coach David isn't looking, then turns to me. Watch this. He winds his arm back and whoops the tennis ball across the gym. It hit the basketball hoop's backboard directly in the square before bouncing off and hitting the ground. Wow. Okay, let's see that illustration. I want to see the illustration. Oh, wow. He looks like a mixture between a Greek, one of those Greek statues, and, someone from the 80s. Oh, workout person from the 80s. He's so colorful. He is. He's so colorful. Who would have thought he had that much control over it in his arms and hands? I wonder what other hidden talents his hands have? What? Mine went straight to the gutter. Before that line of thought could get too out of control, Tyler came over and wrapped his arm around my shoulders. Oh man, Honora Rosalind, keep it together. I'm a dodgeball beast. If we ever get around to having a dodgeball unit, I'll show you my troop. If you can throw like that, I'll make sure I'm on your team. Taylor nodded seriously. Wise, very wise. Tyler seemed to spot Tegan out of the corner of his eye. Hey, Honora Rosalind, I'll catch up with you later, okay? Yeah, no problem. See ya in class. Next, I'm still not sure if I truly belong here at Arlington. But something tells me that if I manage to make some good friends and work hard, I'll be just fine. The rest of the day felt like it flew by. My other teachers didn't seem to care at all that we had gone through a rough gym class. Each new homework assignment that was given to me, I felt like a piece of my soul left my body. Wow. When the final bell rang, I could not get out of class faster. Okay, so I got the illustration, but I didn't get the... Now let's go to my dorm and see why the heck I do not have... It stinks. It should be, I think it would be baby steps. And I believe we're going to go into the Rude Awakening. After what felt like hours of internal struggles and mental debates with myself, I let out a heavy sigh and forced myself to get up and get started with Mrs. Rodriguez's calculus exercises. I told Dad I wasn't going to let him down. I'm not about to go back on my word. I let down my pencil, my eyes burning and my eyelids drooping out of fatigue. This week's math homework is done. I glanced at the corner of my laptop. It's 2 a.m. Great. I let my head drop on my desk for a second, then picked myself up and changed into my PJs. I can't believe how late it is. Not wanting to repeat the first day of my classes, I checked my alarm clock one last time and allowed my head to drop on my pillow. I was sound asleep in a matter of minutes. Alright everyone, wake up. This is not a drill. I need your forms by the end of the first period, or I swear to God. A familiar voice roared through the dorm, jolting me awake. With a ridiculous low amount of sleep in, my brain was struggling to understand what was going on. I groaned and glanced at my phone. It was 5:52 a.m. You gotta be kidding me. My thoughts still very coherent, I rubbed my eyes and opened the door of my room. I expected many of my classmates to have frustrated faces to match mine, but instead I just saw a mix of shock, horror, and excitement. Alright, how much? I should have enough to do episode 4, right? 142, and I have 163. Tadashi, however, looked more stressed than I had ever seen him. Judging by the bags under his eyes, he seemed like he wasn't the only one who had had a rough night. Oh God, that's what I think it is. Next. Tadashi, is this about? Hell yeah, it's finally back. Woo! I emailed the application form to all of you a few minutes ago. You have 4 hours to bring it back to me starting now. I'm not giving you 1 minute more. I have a schedule to keep and no time to give a shit. Give it to me in person or slide it under my dorm's door. I just got details given from the faculty. I sincerely hope you guys are ready because this year is going to be intense. Go to your dorm and click on the book to check it out. Okay, end of chapter 3. Okay, let's go. See, that's achievements. Shall we? No one's unlocked. Really? I have a feeling it would have been here yet. Okay. I am going back to my home and seeing if anyone knows this. One note. I did this wrong, sorry. But yeah, nope. I am getting the illustration though, which the achievements are what I feel like. I know I really shouldn't because this is a free to play, but damn. And we're just going to go through with episode 4. As soon as Tadashi announced the news, chaos erupted in the hallway. It was like he had dropped a bomb on us, with nervous energy acting as fallout. All at once, everyone started planning. Some even headed to the bathrooms to shower and start the day, and it was barely 6 a.m. Screw this, I'm going back to bed. Axel didn't look particularly happy to have been woken up by Tadashi, no less. He glared at him and closed the door to his room, grumbling. I have to admit, I share this sentiment. I wanted nothing more than to crawl back under my covers and sleep for days. Oh my god. The realization hit me like a brick. Wait, the department competition starts tomorrow. The department competition. I remember hearing about this competition even before I applied to Arlington Academy. Every year, the Academy hosts a competition between its 7 departments. Each department is supposed to create a large project and present it in front of the school. And every year, the country's top business leaders, university directors, and even celebrities watch the competition. I heard even the head of NASA comes to see the pure and the applied science department's presentations. This competition is not just a big deal. It's one of the most prestigious annual event ever held in the country. It was one of the reasons I decided to apply here as a student. The idea of working on a project with my department and getting noticed by a top leader in my field, just imagine how much that would help my future career. Oh, I see Alistair over there chatting with Raquel. They look excited. I should just go talk to him. You two look energetic for so early in the morning. Oh, come on, Honora. You know we're used to waking up early for mandatory athletics training. Which is ironic because we would have had it today if Coach didn't cancel it this morning. We just had the fitness test yesterday. He probably wanted us to have a day to recover our sore muscles. No way. Al, you heard Tadashi. Coach must have known about this competition. He's probably all expecting us to fill out our forms right this minute. Why do we need to fill out our forms anyway? I thought all students were supposed to join in the competition. After Rico looked at me in surprise. I felt my cheeks heat up in embarrassment. Was that a stupid question? That's right, you weren't here with us last year. Sometimes I forget you're still the new kid, Honora. Thanks, I think. Next. Almost all the students... Jackson! My dog's barking. So the forms are more of a formality, but they still need to make sure we sign all their waivers and non-disclosure agreements. I'm not sure if you know, but the competition is a very private event. Oh yeah, I know the competition is supposed to be live streamed to a private private audience only, and many of the country's most influential people watch to see what kind of cool stuff the departments create every year. The only reason I know about the competition is because of us back home heard Arlington Academy announce it on the news every year on the school's social media pages. I also found pictures of their past competitions, along with photos of business leaders shaking hands with some of their favorite students. But I've never been able to find a single one of those live streams online. No one from outside really knows what goes on during a competition. Ha! Yeah, the school goes out of its way to make sure everyone keeps quiet about whatever it said during the event. Are you sure so much privacy is a good idea, though? I remember the news had started some bad rumors about the academy. Oh, we heard the rumors too. Arlington Academy's annual competition is a sham. Rich kids make secret deals with the rich. Basically, anything that implies that we're fake and buy our way around by promising a part of our family's money. If only they knew. Also, Al, mind having this conversation somewhere that's not in front of our dorm? I got exactly 34 minutes of nap time budgeted before I need to get up ahead and process all of the paperwork. You gotta take it easy, man. Not gonna happen. Lady L is about to lay down the details of the competitions when classes start. And there's going to be massive changes this year, and frankly, I don't really know how I feel about them. Oh shit, spill the beans, Dashy. Dashy. You know I'm sworn to secrecy, Quill. Also, don't call me that. Tadashi opened the door into his room before turning back and giving me one last look. Nora, you look like shit. I think about getting some more sleep. Don't be like me. He closed the door and I heard a heavy sigh coming from behind it. Don't take it personally, Nora. He loses all his tact when he gets tired, but he means well. My head started to hurt. I really did need some sleep. Yeah, I think I'm going to take a page from his book and get some shut-eye. I'll fill out the forms when I wake up. Good call. Well, I'm way too hyped to get some rest. I'll catch you in the gym after I got some training to do. Raquel went back to her dorm, grabbed her gym bag before darting towards the gymnasium. I wish I had her energy. The competition must mean a lot to her. I waved Alistair goodbye and made my way back to my room. Go back to sleep, my dorm. I closed my door and let myself fall on my bed. And then keep reading. Okay, so I'm at the end anyway. Okay. It's only going to be a 1 hour nap, but at this time I'll take all the sleep I can get. 1 hour later. Next. I let out a heavy groan when my alarm rang. It took all my willpower not to hit the snooze button. Come on, Honora Rosalind. I felt like a zombie as I dragged myself out of bed and prepared for class. Go to science class. Dorm hallway, school entrance, main hallway, second hallway, second hallway, third hallway, computer lab, science lab. I made it to science class a few minutes early. Everyone were busy working on something. It was a stark contrast to the nonchalant, sleepy vibe that usually reigned over a morning class. I spotted Tegan and Ellie next to the window, trapped up in a conversation about what seemed to be blueprints on Ellie's desk. Tadashi was in front, furiously typing away on his laptop. Then there was Axel in the back of the class, engrossed in whatever music he was listening to. I think I'm going to go with Tadashi. I took a seat next to Tadashi and gently attempted to start a conversation. Hey, Tadashi? Give me a moment, Honora. I'm finishing this up. He kept typing before hitting the send button on what seemed to be multiple emails at once. This competition will be the end of me. He slid his hands down his face, his eyes bloodshot. You look like you haven't slept in ages. So do you. Well, let's just say I wasn't too happy about you waking me up so early. I apologize, Honora Rosalind, but it was important. Next. If it makes you feel any better, Lady Arlington called me up at 4 a.m. to give me the details about the competition. I had to grab my notepad and write them down, all while dealing with Alistair's grumpy ass in the morning. About that, Tadashi? I felt like a bit of an idiot, but given that this was my first time doing the competition, it felt like the most rational choice was to ask Tadashi of all people. After all, he might be a big shot around here, but he's still my student body president. He should be able to answer my questions, even the dumb ones. I know this probably is a stupid question to you, but what exactly should I know for today? Why is everyone getting so worked up about this competition if it starts tomorrow? Tadashi froze for a moment, looking at me with his eyes wide. He then let out a heavy sigh. Of course, nobody told you. Don't worry about asking me these things, Honora. Alistair was just as lost as you were. See, the competition itself starts tomorrow. But today there are two things that are going to happen. The department practice and the interview. Wait, what? An interview? Yeah, Lady Arlington and the department heads are going to be interviewing every single one of us. They'll be asking questions in order to both challenge you and make you look good in front of the audience. Obviously, the interview will be broadcasted as well. Are you kidding me? But I thought the competition was about each department creating a big project. I thought it was a team effort. It definitely is a team effort, but there are multiple winners during the competition. How? The competition has two winners, the department whose project was chosen by the judges to be the best, and then the individual student who got the most votes from the audience. Next. The good part is that the individual student doesn't need to be the winning department to win. They just get the extra bonus recognition and an almost guaranteed ranking boost. Oh, that would definitely help me get into the silver tier, though I doubt I'll win the individual awards. There's definitely some heavy competition. You mentioned a department practice as well? Right, the department chooses what to present to the audience. It can be anything really, a performance, an art piece, a demonstration of a software examples galore. So all the students of the same department gather around after lunch and make some sort of game plan. We're not allowed to start the project right away, but making everyone aware of their roles, doing an outline, and just generally building up the team spirit is extremely helpful. Wow, this is honestly more work than I imagined it to be. I'm guessing Lady A is going to cancel classes today? You guessed right. She should be touring the classrooms right now to break the news. Next. I wasn't kidding, this year's going to be quite the event. Okay, Cart. Hey, if you need any assistance, I'll be more than happy to help. I'll edit that after it. Hey, if you need any assistance, I'll be more than happy to help. This competition is clearly exhausting you. Let me have your back at least after I figure out myself out for the competition. It's quite alright, Honora. Thank you. Are you sure? Trust me, I can handle it. Just then the chatter died and Dr. Wu walked in, along with Lady Arlington. That's definitely unusual. Alright, everyone, settle down. Apparently we were already settled because all sound just died, but okay. I know you're all anxious about the competition, but our headmaster has a very important announcement. Thank you, Dr. Wu, for giving me a few minutes of your class time. She cleared her throat. Since, as you all know by now, Arlington Academy's annual department competition will begin tomorrow morning. In order to give you time to prepare for tonight's interview as well as tomorrow's activities, classes have been canceled for today, effective immediately. Of course, that does not excuse you from homework and assignments due today. I trust your teachers will expect you to submit them regardless. That's absolutely right. Everyone, please submit your chemistry assignments on my desk before you leave class. I heard a few groans around me. Clearly some students had hoped that they could get the assignment's due date postponed. Furthermore, I got some exciting news for this year's competition. As you all know, in the past, the competition has broadcast to a small audience, consisting of only special individuals with an interest in Arlington and its students. However, after some discussion with the school board, we have concluded that it is in the school's best interest to widen the circle of influence and open itself up to the public. Therefore, this year's competition will be live-streamed to the general public. Instantly, gasps and whispers were heard all over the classroom. Evidently, the reaction to the news were very mixed. It was definitely quite a shock to me. It was one thing to present a project to recruiters, but to the entire world, potentially thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people, that changes the game plan by a lot. This clearly wasn't a showcasing competition anymore. It was an opportunity for us to get potential worldwide recognition. That's probably why Tadashi was so frantic this morning. Evidently, the school needed everyone to work together. I'm sorry, I cannot say that word right now. Alright, students, settle down. I know this may seem like a controversial move to some of you. In fact, you are free to drop by my office and withdraw your participation form if this kind of event makes you uncomfortable. However, this is not a decision taken lightly. We have carefully weighed all our options. Ultimately, the world around us is changing. Arlington Academy needs to adapt to it. We believe this is in your best interest as well. Rumors have been circulating last year about corruption and favoritism during the competition. We will lay these rumors to rest by allowing the general public to vote on both the winning department and the individual student award. More whispers traveled across the room. Furthermore, we will be opening ourselves up to more opportunities for recruitment and sponsorships. I suggest you make the most out of this and change and do your best. This year's competition will take more than just a collective project. Your teachers are not your sole judges anymore. The entire world is. You will have to be daring, demonstrate advanced skills, and think outside the box. I highly recommend not sticking to only what you know. Take some time to inspire yourself from other departments. Try to see how their point of view might help you reach your goals. That's not a bad idea. If I can learn what other departments are doing, maybe I can give some good ideas to help mine win the competition. Oh, and for the students in my departments, please make sure to read the cases and documents I have emailed you in preparations for this afternoon's practice. We will be meeting in classroom 1. I wish you the best of luck. Lady Arlington left the class and everyone automatically grabbed their bags and got up. Chatter exploded from everywhere. At the highest stakes of this year's change hit everyone like a bucket of cold water. The energy of the room was panicked, excited, and overall intense. Notebooks were taken out and immediately in order to start blueprints and planning. At Tadashi's announcements this morning had created waves of nervous energies. Lady A's announcement might as well have been a tsunami. This competition was stressing me out like crazy. I just don't feel ready for this at all. What are we supposed to do? Should I have had something prepared already for the department's practice? I don't know. And Lady A mentioned that it's being live streamed to everyone this year, not just a few people. Man, I really, really need to find my department classmates to see what we have planned. I lost my thoughts thinking about the department competition, and before I knew it, almost everyone had left. People were already starting to file out of class, but I wanted to catch someone before everyone went to their respective departments to practice whatever that was they were supposed to be practicing. Hey, there's Alistair. He mentioned I could come to him for help, and since he's a scholarship student too, maybe he has some advice? Even if we're in different departments, I'm sure at least some of his experiences will be useful to hear about. Hey, Alistair? Huh? Next. Oh, hi, Nora. Rosalind, what's up? I was hoping I could ask you a few questions about this competition. I'm feeling a little lost. I need to get to the gym pretty soon. Walk with me? Sure, phew, for a second I thought he'd say no. Third hallway. Second hallway. Main hallway. Great, okay. What are your questions? Where do I begin? Oh, I see, you're just feeling a bit overwhelmed. Yeah. Don't worry, I was during my first time too. It's understandable. But the whole point of this is a big team effort, so everyone in your department will be supporting you. Next. Typically, the seniors are responsible for brainstorming ideas and managing everyone within the department, so you won't be without guidance. But what if I let people down? What if I can't do whatever the seniors have planned? Nora, I don't know. I'm just so nervous. I have no idea what to expect. Well, no matter what the seniors have planned, just remember you have a team behind you supporting you. And I'll be supporting you too, okay? I'm going to delete this. Too fucking. So, did you have any other? No, I'm just wondering. Burning questions. I guess I'm mostly just wondering what you do to prepare. Well, a lot of it's pretty specific to athletics, but I suppose in general, it can be boiled down to just making sure I'm ready to perform. I personally do all my stretches and warm-ups beforehand and make sure I'm in the right mindset. Everyone has their own coping mechanisms and things they do to help them get their heads in the game. Next. I think Tyler listens to music, Axel naps, Tadashi. Well, between you and me, Tadashi could be a bit better about handling his stress from the competition, but to be fair, he is as busy as a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. Ha, I noticed this morning. It's funny, he seemed to slip into a bit of an accent near the end of that sentence. Maybe it's something he hears a lot at home. Oh, and you don't know the half of it. I had to listen to him pitching a fit all morning. Sometimes I wonder if he wouldn't be better off just ditching the president job. He'd be a lot happier. And you wouldn't have to listen to him complain? That too. But let's get back to the topic at hand. I say ultimately you should do what works for you. I'm sure you know yourself best. I should have thought of that. It's pretty obvious. Sorry, Al. No worries. I'm just confirming what you probably already knew. No shame in wanting confirmation. Okay. Let's see here. Anything else? Nothing comes to mind. Well, we're at the gym anyway, so I better run. Thanks, Alistair. I appreciate it. I feel a bit better now. Like I said, no worries. Oh, actually, I do have advice. Before the whole shindig starts, go to the bathroom. It lasts a long time, and teachers get mad if too many students ask to get up in the middle of performances. I'll definitely remember that. Make sure you do. Well, good luck, Nora. See you. See you, and good luck to you, too. My talk with Alistair definitely calmed me down a little. I feel like I have had enough information to start understanding this whole thing. So from what I gathered so far, tonight will be the interviews. I guess I should expect the unexpected when it comes to what questions they're going to ask me. I I'll find some calm place and prepare for it. Lady A also mentioned the possibility of looking around other departments to get inspiration from the competition. Maybe I should do some of that too. Since the seniors will do most of the planning, I should at least try to contribute in some ideas. Maybe it's worth spending the time investigating before going to my department practice. All right, Honora Rosalind, time to go do some sleuthing. All right, let's look at the first 3: art studio, cafeteria, lounge, and classroom 2. Main hallway, second hallway, third hallway, art studio. Oh hey, the art room. I might be able to catch a sneak peek of something in here. Then again, practice habit, so I might not be able to see anything. Meh, no harm in checking it out. This room is something else. You could open a museum with all this stuff. Well, hello. It's lovely to have you joining us, huh? Welcome to the art room. And who are you? I'm Honora Rosalind. Well, it's lovely to have you. I'm Mr. Boss. And the fine art director's here and the art teacher. I'm not in the fine art. I'm just looking around. It's strange to find you here for the first time when the competition is just about to begin. No, I'm not here to. Lady Arlington suggested for us to meet with other students and find new inspiration. I can't say I disagree with our dear lady. That's just fine. We are quite proud of our works, and we have nothing to hide. Take your time here. It's good for young people to be exposed to art, even if it's not their interest. And who knows, maybe we can inspire you enough to get you to change to our department. We are always open to new perspectives here. His eyes seem to twinkle with mischief. It's like, I barely know him, but it's like, he is now my favorite teacher. I don't care. Give me a class with him, please. Ha! I don't see myself changing my department, but it doesn't hurt to learn more. Have you ever taken an art class? If not, I hope you have time to fit one during your time here in Arlington. I'll probably get to it at some point. Hey, Nora Rosalind, what you doing here? Next. Oh, Tyler, you're acquainted with the student. Yeah, Nora Rosalind is in my grade. Wonderful. Why don't you show your friend around the room then? Sure, okay, Honora Rosalind. Mr. Boss walked back to his desk and he gave us a little wave. At that, Taylor began leading me around the room, talking about some of the paintings. I stopped at one that looked particularly grand. Ah, that's one of Mr. Boss's. He calls it the Happy Little Flowers. Isn't he good? He has tons of variety. I just stared at the painting. It really was pretty. Taylor continued leading me around the room. After a while, we eventually made it around the whole room. Well, Nora Rosalind, you better go. We don't want you to be late. Yeah, thanks, Tyler. I waved goodbye to Tyler and headed out the door. Best of luck, Nora Rosalind. Hallway, second hallway, cafeteria lounge. I spotted Claire on one of the cafeteria tables with a couple of notebooks in front of her. She seemed to be copying the contents of one notebook to the other one. I couldn't help but be memorized by how neat her notes were. She color-coded all the headlines, underlined some key terms, and even made cute diagrams. Oh, Honora Roslin, did you need my science notes? I can make you a copy later if you want help on something. Oh, no, Claire, I was just walking by. Oops, how embarrassing. I didn't mean to get caught staring. Are you planning on transferring all the notes to the other notebook? I'm not sure if I can get everything copied before the competition starts, but at least the most relevant topics from our textbook. Last year, the Department of Health and Sciences and Biology really loved using my notes as reference for the competition. I hope by making 2 notebooks, I can help the department while holding on to my own notes. Why not just take a picture of your notes with your phone? Then you can text the picture to the rest of the department members before the competition. You're right, Recoil is always reminding me to use my phone for more than just phone calls, but I guess I always felt comfortable writing things out. Next. There's nothing wrong with preferring handwritten notes. I think it's rather endearing. Everyone has their own preferences. And who wouldn't want to read your notes anyway? You're so organized and aesthetic. Claire suddenly turned red in embarrassment. Well, now that you made me realize I can just send pictures of my notes to my classmates. I don't know if I should keep copying my notes. There's still some time until the department practices start. Do you want to join me in spying on all the departments? I'm not sure you'll get much information doing that. Some teachers are notoriously secretive. Doesn't hurt to try. You'd have better luck talking to a senior student. They tend to get very excited about the competition, since they take over nearly all their preparations. Well, I don't know any seniors besides Serena and her friends, and I'm not about to strike a conversation with a stranger in the hallway either. Well, how about you, Claire? How are you preparing for the competition? Me? While I love getting to work on a common project with my department, I can't say that I enjoy the more flamboyant aspects of the competition. So I usually focus on staying calm and focused. I meditate sometimes. I'm not sure I'm up for some meditation. The competition stresses you out? I'm not too fond of the interview portion yet, right? The interview today. Yikes, I have to share your sentiment there. I don't think I'm ready for all of it, but I don't really know what to expect. It's stressful, but you should be fine. You're not as shy as me, so... Claire looked a little sad at that towards averting my gaze. You know, you could turn your weakness into a strength. I know it must be hard for you to struggle with your shyness, but I say there's something endearing to it. You don't have to be a superstar during that interview, but since we have actual people from all over the world voting for you, I'm pretty sure that a lot of them will find your personality charming. Claire seemed embarrassed, but happy at my words. You're the best, Honora. I don't think so, but I'm glad I could make you feel better. I appreciate it. I'm going to head to the lab. I want to help Dr. Wu out before the department practice. Good luck with your interview, Honora. Thanks, Claire. You too. Damn, that's weird. Where else do I have to go? I'm going to turn off that tumbler. Classroom 2, gym, and the computer lab. Hallway. Classroom 2. This is where the performing arts students are practicing. This might be interesting to see. After all, that department is definitely accustomed to putting on big events. Then again, I don't want to disrupt them if they're practicing. I doubt that will make me any friends. I'll just take a quick look around. Practice isn't supposed to start for a while now anyway. I enter quietly. Wow, there are really people everywhere. They seem to be just talking for now, though. That's good. Oh, hi, looks like they spotted me. Better go over. I don't want to make them think I'm spying. Even though that is what I'm doing. Hey, Dr. Kim, I was just looking around. Lady A suggested we try to draw inspiration from other department students. That's certainly an admirable plan. You're free to talk to some of the students in the meantime before the practice starts. But after that, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave since you're not in the department. Next. You're a new student this year, correct? Yes, I'm a transfer. I remember you from the music roster this year. I know these first few weeks haven't involved much actual content, but once the competition concludes, the year will begin in earnest. I look forward to tracking your growth. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. They nodded and turned away from me. By the way, they're not looking up from their papers, but they seem to be smiling a bit. Yes? You're welcome to ask my students what our plans for the competitions are, but I wouldn't expect anything. My students are notoriously tight-lipped, as they should be. You might have better luck trying the gym or the art room. Mr. Davis's bunch have never been particularly secretive about their plans, and it's relatively difficult to hide a bright girl. I never expected department heads to be throwing shades at their co-workers. Apparently this competition is a bigger deal than I thought. Thanks for the tip. I turned away and looked at the student. I don't see Axel around yet, and I don't think I'm really going to learn anything from a student I don't know. I better go somewhere else. Now, where are we supposed to go? The gym, and then the computer lab. Gym, computer lab. Raquel was doing some warm-ups in the gym. Hey, Raquel. I didn't see you in class this morning. Class? Who is that? I don't know them. Ah, I see you ditched. You can't blame me, Nora Rosalind. I would have been useless in a classroom when the competition is tomorrow. My energy is better spent here. That's valid. You give your form to Tadashi yet? Are you kidding me? I emailed it to him like 20 minutes after he woke us all up this morning. Next. Which, by the way, was a major dick move. But it doesn't matter. I'm ready, Honora. So frickin' ready. I live for this competition. I can see that. I don't know what else I expected from Raquel. Okay, Raquel. Yes, I'm cheating. No, I don't care. I don't think you need a competition. I don't think you need a competition to prove how talented you are, though. I mean, I've seen a few of your kicks when passing by the soccer field. Let's just say I was impressed. There's plenty more of that to see. You're definitely invited to my next match. I'll be there. Your enthusiasm really helped me though. I've been trying to trying my hardest to wrap my head around this whole competition thing. The whole concept is kind of weird to me, being watched by potentially tens of thousands of people and competing under pressure of higher-ups is... Wait, what? Recoil had interrupted me into mid-scenes. Oh, well, it's a pretty intense competition? No, hold up. What do you mean by tens of thousands of people? There's only a few hundred rich people to approve by the Academy of watching, right? No. Didn't you hear about Lady Arlington's announcement? This year's competition is going to be live-streamed to the public. Tadashi sent out an email an hour ago, too. Quill looked at me as if she had just seen a ghost. All traces of her excitement had been replaced by what seemed to be pure terror. Was Quill nervous in front of the camera? No, that doesn't make sense. She's the captain of the soccer team. She should be used to competing in front of the larger amount of people. She rushed to grab her phone, scrolling down what seemed to be her email inbox. She froze when she read the email, her eyes wide. Oh God. Oh no. No. Shit! Recoil? I'm sorry, Honora. Gotta bounce. She darted out of the gym, abandoning her workout completely. Judging by how fast she ran away, this must have been something important. Recoil doesn't seem to like someone who freaks out easily either. I wonder what made her so panicked. Hopefully, she'll be okay for the competition. Computer lab and classroom 2. Looks like this class has been taken over by robots, judging by all the metal around. Just knowing all the different things about the pure and applied science department gets up to, maybe I'll be able to see some prototypes. But I don't want to accidentally mess anything up either. I'll just pop in for a while. It's not as if the only people out are department members. Well, this room is cool and smaller than I expected. Hello, I'm Miss Lee, and you're... Oh, I'm Honora Rosalind. And you're not in my department. Oh, boy. Oh, that's alright. I'm just surprised this part of the school is relatively out of the way, so students typically don't wander here in accidentally. I practically feel the other students' eyes on me. It really must be true that most students outside the department steer clear of this place. In fact, it's odd enough to have me wonder. Oh, God. You're not here to spy. Oh, man, she's smiling, too. But I get the sense that I'm in danger. No. No. Later. Go around to the other students to see if we could be inspired. Oh, I see. That's our headmistress always encouraging excellence. So tell me, did you learn did you learn anything about what my lovely spouse has planned? Huh? Damn it! Well, I suppose you best run along. Wouldn't want you to be late for your own practice. As Mrs. Lee spoke, the door swung open. Honora Roseland. Hey, Deacon! Hey! Hi, Mrs. Lee. He said that. He walked past me to a seat in the back of the class. Well, Mrs. said I should get going. Nice to see you, Mrs. Lee. Likewise, hopefully you'll take one of my classes, and good luck. I nodded and headed out of the class. Where was I supposed to be? Classroom 2 in the science lab outside cafeteria. Classroom 2, science lab outside cafeteria. Hallway, classroom 2. Okay, it's lunch time in this classroom. It's usually not as busy as the other ones during our break. I should be able to get some preparation done before tonight's interview. I entered the room swiftly, only to spot Carolina at the back. It looked like she isn't alone. There are two boys with her. From the looks of it, it doesn't seem like Carolina is enjoying their presence. I ducked out of view and watched from the doorframe. Hey, Carolina, don't you think calculus is a little too complex for that brain of yours? Oh, you did not. I beg your pardon. Your homework. I know you're in the silver tier and all, but are you sure you can handle it? Or would you like me to help you out? Come on, man. We both know she pulled some strings to get this high up the school rankings. No fashionista bimbo gets into the silver tier without, kissing up to the right people. You know how cozy she tries to get with that rich bastard of a student body president. Oh, you son of a bitch! Oh, you did not just... I hate Carolina. Because she knows... Just... Damn! But... There's a part of me going, can I sock him? Can I kick him in the balls and run, Carolina? It would be funny as hell. I don't think I ever seen Carolina this livid. She looks like she's about to rip their heads off solely with the sheer energy coming off of her glare. The two boys, however, only seemed even more amused by her anger. Tadashi, not knowing he's clearly not interested in the dumb model type. Oh, I hate. Okay, I'm refreshing. Maybe that's what's going on. Dumb model type? More like bitchy model type, but I digress. Can I kick your ass now, boy? But I bet having a coding nerd as a brother helps. Right, Carolina? Oh, you... No way, he's clearly not interested in the dumb modeling type. But I bet having a coding nerd of a brother helps, right, Carolina? Stop fucking with the two people she is really close with. Oh my god, this is absolutely insane and repulsive. I know what you're trying to do. Gentlemen, hell, I invented this intimidation tactic. If this is what you need to do in order to feel better, then by all means, knock yourselves out. But haven't you heard the department competition is going to be live streamed to the public this year? That means that if some dumb model type ends up crushing you in your department tomorrow, then everybody will be able to see just how incompetent you are. Burn! You got a freezer burn there. Your friends, your family back home, that particular CEO that you wanted to impress. Everyone. You wouldn't want to lose to the resident bimbo now, would you? The calm song-like tone of her voice sent shivers down my spine. Despite Carolina's general attitude towards me, I was definitely rooting for her in this situation. You and I both. And judging by the boys' stunned faces, it looked like she was winning. Well, Carolina, my offer still stands if you need some help with your homework. I'll lend you a hand if you don't mind giving me a private fetish. Oh my god, I feel like I'm about to be sick. I don't think it could get any worse, and yet it did. Carolina, however, didn't look too offended. She flashed a smile at them, though I could practically feel the murderous intent slipping through her demeanor. Actually, I think I might need your help. Oh boy, why do I get the feeling that's going to be a massacre? Because it's going to be. Carolina walked up to the board with their textbook in hand and picked out a piece of chalk. You see, I'm almost finished the homework, but I'm having a bit of trouble with the last problem assigned. You know, the challenging one worth extra credit. She wrote down the problem on the board. Could you help me find the limit to this? This x goes to -5. A few seconds passed, and I watched the boys as the boys went up to the board, attempting to solve the problem. They took several minutes, scratching their heads to reach an answer. I think it's x equals 0.5. What? No way, man. The answer is 2. Oh no, you're tripping, see? Actually, she proceeded to solve the problem on the board flawlessly. And as you can see, the limit does not exist. Just like your chances of winning this competition, apparently. Ooh, another bird. I may not like Carolina, but I can appreciate her on this. Yeah, right, you probably pulled that out of your ass. Ooh, another cuss word. Is it bad that after so long of dealing with BMIV, it's like, I'm happy that we're getting cuss words? Check the solutions if you don't believe me. The boys opened up the solutions given online by Mrs. Rodriguez on their phone. They stood there in stunned silence. I believe you have some brushing up on your skills to do before the competition. Better get going. The boys gave her a dirty look before heading towards the door, where I was standing. What are you staring at, loser? Oh, nothing. Probably just the biggest murder. Oh, nothing. Probably just the biggest murder ever witnessed by man. Nothing. No. Oh, nothing. Probably just the big. Excuse me? Next. You should have known better. I've been here for less than a month, and I already know not to mess with Carolina. Not the sharpest tool in the shed, are you? They stared at me stunned. It's okay. You have the right to remain silent. Everything you say will probably be dumb anyway. I knew I was getting a little carried away, but I couldn't help but be frustrated on how they treated Carolina. Dude, just screw that shit. Let it go. The two guys walked away from us, their frustrated sounds echoing in the hall. Carolina looked at me with wide eyes. I don't think she was expecting me to drop those comebacks on her. Those comebacks on her bullies. I'm not going to lie, despite her nasty attitude towards me in general, I couldn't help but take her side. She didn't deserve to be treated like that. I gave her a small smile out of goodwill. She didn't smile back, but she didn't look angry either. I think she appreciated it. She went from minus something to 12. Okay, we got her at 12. That's good, I think. We gave each other one last look before I decided to leave her alone and find another place to prepare for the competition. And it's the outside, right? Nope, science lab. And then the cafeteria. Alright. I'm doing this, like, the running back and forth is like, reminds me of B-move, but it's like, if you go to an area, you can fully expect a person to be there. It's like, if you don't find a person, it's like, oh, you're in the wrong area. Here at the health science classroom in the laboratory. This is where I have my chemistry classes. And maybe I shouldn't be in the way of the department's practice session. They could be working on experiments right now. Hey, no harm in checking this place out. I can put my safety gear if needed. Okay, I know they have, like, you're able to say no to, like, everything, but it's like, I'm way too curious to say that, so I stepped into a room to the smell of soap and citrus entering my nose. It seemed someone had just wiped down the lab tables. I see a few students huddled around one of the tables. They seem to be discussing a large diagram laying before them. It doesn't seem like anyone has their safety gear on right now. Maybe they are waiting for their practice to begin. I don't suppose you're here to ask about your chemistry homework, are you, Honora? Oh, Dr. Wu, you just appeared out of nowhere. I didn't realize you were here. Lady Arlington introduced us to visit the other apartment. She told us to try finding some new inspirations for the competition. All right, she just suggested for all students to visit each other's department. Right. So I thought, refreshing my knowledge on science could help me get inspired. Well, that's quite alright. I was looking for a new test subject anyway. The competition is close, and I can't afford to lose one of my own department students. Lose? You're joking, right? How intense are these competitions? Why, of course. After all, biology is all about living organisms. There are countless experiments to try out. Don't worry, Honora. Dr. Wu is just teasing. Am I now clear? Am I now, Claire? It's been a few years since the health sciences and biology department has won the competition. Maybe it's time for more drastic measures. Dr. Wu! I'm just kidding. Winning is not everything, Dr. Wu. I'm looking forward to learning from this year's competition more than anything. Claire, we talked about this. You need to put your foot forward in these kinds of events. It's your opportunity to shine. You have such a brilliant mind. I'll try. Claire was definitely close to her department leader. I wonder if I'll ever get this close with mine. In any case, I should move on. I doubt I'll get much information from Dr. Wu. Hallway, second hallway, cafeteria lounge. Well, you cannot be serious right now. Please just tell me that this is a prank. Please! Listen, I know it's messed up. I have so many questions right now, starting by how the hell did you manage to pull it off for this long? Is that really important right now? If they find out, I'm so screwed. I really like to help you, but holy shit, do you even realize what you've done? The amount of steps required to take to even begin to get you out of this shit? It's just Raquel. The interviews start tonight. There's no way I can help you now. Tadashi, Raquel took a deep breath. I'm begging you, Tadashi. You have to help me with this. If there's anybody who can do it, it's you. Tadashi hesitated for several long seconds, running his fingers through his hair. Then he let out a deep, frustrated sigh. God damn it. Alright, listen, I might have an idea. Tegan does owe me a favor from last year, so maybe we'll say his help if I delay things with Lady Arlington, and if we ask Neha, Ellie, and Axel. Thank you so much on this. Yeah, don't get used to it. You owe me big time. And honestly, it's going to be a miracle if this plan works. Alright, let's get going. What was that? Obviously, it has to do with Raquel's situation earlier at the gym, but I don't think it would be this big. Oh god, they're walking this way. I really don't want to have to explain why I was eavesdropping. I better find a place to hide fast. I scrambled behind one of the brick walls of the entrance to the patio, only to find someone else there. We had to cover our mouths to muzzle ourselves from screaming. What are you doing? Shh. We saw Tadashi and Raquel walk out of the cafeteria, rushing towards the school. I waited a few more seconds before starting to speak again. So, Nora, what are you doing here? I think I asked you first. I came to grab something sweet to eat from the cafeteria. I can get burned out pretty easily sometimes, and I need a sugar to help. And I concentrate next. And when suddenly I hear Raquel and Touch having a very passionate conversation in a not-so-private location. Do you know what they were talking about? Looks so frantic. Me neither, but I just got here a minute ago, so I can't say I know much more than you do. In any case, she will probably tell us when she wants to, I think. This year's competition has gotten a lot of us rather frantic. Even you. I've always seen you active on social media. I didn't think you would have stage fright. No. I'm used to being on camera, and if I'm really excited to talk, in front of the public. Oh, in that case, you must already know what you will say for your interview. Well, I'm not sure. I can say that I know already, but I'm much more prepared for the interview this time. Last year, I got so passionate about the question I was asked that I gave a long monologue about dietism and how it relates to my favorite memes. I don't think I ended up impressing some of those old judges, though. I must have been giving him a strange look because he burst out laughing. Okay, I have to look that up. Dietism is an act. Oh! Oh, okay. Oh, but you should have seen Tegan. He was so nervous that he kept stumbling over his words, and you could barely hear his voice. Ellie was having the hardest time keeping a straight face when we were being interviewed. Okay, let's start it. Okay. Jim Coach Davis, Hallway Neha. Let's see, Tyler. Well, do you want to practice our interviews together? Wait, really? After what I just told you? I think you are more protected than you tend to let on sometimes, and I know I can learn a lot from you. I'm not sure what I can teach you, and I think you're already a natural charmer. Unfortunately, I don't even have time to practice my own interview, but I will give you some advice. I can say the best thing you can do is to be passionate. Don't get carried away, of course, but don't forget why you came to this academy in the first place. Take some time to think about what being at Arlington Academy means to you. I wonder what Arlington Academy means to him. Department competition or not, I'm glad you seem passionate about your field of interest. I can see your passion and hard work paying off. You already made it into the bronze tier. I mean, there's over 1,000 students in the school, right? To be in the top 100 students is quite an achievement. You know, sometimes I really wonder about that. His expression turned sour for a moment. Tyler? Oh. Sorry, Honora. It's time for me to get back to the art classroom. Fine arts department can't do without the Williams prodigy, after all. Tyler went to the cafe and bagged about 5 assorted pastries before giving me a small salute and exiting the cafeteria. I'm not sure what was up with him, but in any case, I don't think I'll have the time to dwell on this for too long. Back to preparing for the competition. Next. I believe it's Jim, right? Don't worry, my mail flirts with everyone. See here. Classroom 2. How many? Isn't this where the fashion department is practicing? Maybe I can check out on how they are preparing for the competition. And yet, I'm not sure what Carolina will say if she caught me spying here. Whatever, she can't stop me from learning more about the department. There are many rolls of cloth and tools lying around on the tables. I wonder how fashion department students find what they need in this chaos. I swerved around to avoid a pair of shields on one of the tables before bumping into a student. Oh, sorry. This is actually a mannequin. I should probably leave before I get too lost. I don't remember my mannequin speaking behind the rack of coats before. I saw Mrs. King glance at me from behind the racks of coats before approaching. You aren't in my department. I don't remember seeing you in my workshops. She doesn't seem upset. She's rather curious, but I can't help but feel like she's observing me. Yes, I'm not from the fashion department. Lady Arlington suggested for us to explore the other departments and find new inspiration. I'm Honora Rosalind. Pleased to meet you, Honora Rosalind. You must be the new scholarship student I've been hearing about. I trust you have already met a couple of my students. You are free to look around for some time if you want. However, many of my students are competitive and secretive about their project, even amongst their peers. There is no guarantee they will share what they are working on. All I request is that you respect their privacy. Oh, yes, of course. My thoughts immediately went to Neha. This competition must be really important to her business. I wonder what she will do for their presentation. I felt a small knot form in my stomach. The room was so empty, was empty except for Mrs. Khan and myself, and yet I couldn't help but feel out of place. I'll stay out of your way then. From the state of this room, I can tell everyone is busy. Laugh. The room usually looks like this. Students have their own unique organization system. That and their own code of conduct when it comes to sharing tools. Friendly competition is always good to help you improve, but a strong team will not make a strong presentation if the team members don't work well together. That is something I wish a few of my students would remember more often. I feel like you are subtly encouraging me to return to my own department. I wouldn't turn away a curious mind, but it wouldn't do to be late to your own department's practice session, especially since it is your first competition. I will keep your advice in mind, Mr. Khan. I'll be going now. Thanks for talking to me. Good luck with your presentation, Honora Rosalind. Let's see, Mr. Khan, the garden, gym, second hallway, and then the classroom. Garden? Alright, folks, that's the situation we're dealing with. Due to the speechless everyone looked, I judged it would best not to intervene. God, I feel like such a snip today. Being nosy isn't usually like me. No, Nora, it's not, but it's like me. I should just leave. Nothing good can happen from getting caught. Let's go to the gym. I'll let them have their privacy. This might be interesting, the shooting. I'm sure whatever they're doing is intense. Thinking Alistair already told me what goes on to an extent. Since practice hasn't started yet, it probably just stretches right now. Besides, Kitch Davis D can be intense. I'll just take a quick look around. I still got time, and it's not as if the gym isn't big enough to hold one more person. I entered the gym as expected. There are people scattered around, but no one seems to be doing anything too serious yet. Most of the people are just sitting there on the bleachers. Hey, get down from there! Startled, I turned to face the booming voice. He looked at the bleachers, yelling at some other students. He must not be in a very good mood. Maybe I'll just leave. Nora Rosalind. Uh-oh. What are you doing here? This isn't your department. Well, Lady Arlington recommended we walk around and try to see what other departments are doing for inspiration. I don't think he's buying it. Well, it's certainly admirable of you. I'm glad you recognize there's much to be learned from athletes in terms of discipline and tenacity. As you can see, though, we haven't begun. If you were to wait here to see what we have planned, you would be late to your own practice. So while I very much doubt you seeing what we would have planned would give you an advantage, I can't condone you staying as a teacher. Besides, judging from the results of your fitness test, I would say you already have a degree of self-discipline, unlike some of your peers. I have a few guesses on who he might be referring to. Right, thanks? Coach Dean nodded and walked away. Yep, that was a pretty clear dismissal. I better go somewhere else. School entrance. And it's the second hallway than classroom 1. I enter the hallway. I noticed Neha at the very far back. She seemed to be writing something on her sketchbook in a rush. It wouldn't be cool to talk to her and get her opinion on the competition, and especially since it's rare to find her all alone without Carolina around. But I don't want to bother her. She seems so focused on what she's doing. Yeah, it's best not to bother her. I don't think she'd want to talk to me anyway. I was about to turn around and leave when Neha's gaze left her sketchbook and looked at my direction. Do you need anything, Honora? Oh, sorry. It wasn't my intention to bother you. See? She returned her attention to her sketchbook and started writing again. She never stops, doesn't she? You must really like clothes, huh? Neha abruptly stopped what she was doing and angrily looked at me. Whoa. I'm not a big fan of your mock sarcasm, Honora Rosalind. Whoa, sorry, I'm just trying to say that you seem to have a pretty big passion for fashion. I didn't mean for it to sound like I was being sarcastic. Jeez. Oh. Yeah, sorry, I thought you were trying to imply something else. Never mind. But yes, I do adore creating clothes. Neha's genuine smile was enough to make me understand how important this was for her. It must not be easy to run a business and still be number 5 in the whole academy. And now with the competition, that's quite a workload. It's a question of time management. Still, it must take quite a toll on you. It can be tiresome, but one must keep going. There's no room for failure. I noticed how she tightened her grip on the pencil. Is she talking? She's talking about herself, isn't she? Okay, looking at me, and then I go to classroom 1. She seemed to be stressed out. I wasn't reading any of that. I apologize. She seemed to be stressed out. I'll read you the chapter anyway. Neha appears to be the type of person who holds everything for herself and doesn't share her troubles with others. It may not have been a long talk, but I think I was able to understand Neha a little more than before. I hope we can talk more in the future. Alright, looks like I'm pretty much visited all the other departments. Can't say I've learned much about their plans. I'm not exactly sure what to do for my own practice. Wait, my department practice. Oh my gosh, it's almost the end of lunchtime. The practice is going to start any moment now. I need to be going. It would be super embarrassing to show up late. Classroom 1. I made it to class just in time to take my seat at my desk. Everyone seems ready to begin and has their papers in front of them. I probably should have brought mine too. Oh well. Tadashi was sitting next to Lady Arlington as she cleared her throat. As expected, every single one of you is on time. I'd like to thank you all for being so eager to work towards winning this competition. Let's jump into it. As you already know, we will be solving university-level multi-diversity cases written specifically for us by the London School of Economics and Political Science of the Harvard Business Review. Of course, as with previous years, I have not tried to hide this from the other departments. They are fully aware of my plans. Whoa, that's not a conventional tragedy. I wonder what pushed Lady A to make this decision. Unlike other departments, we do not have the element of surprise, of course. There is an intimidation factor that plays out into our strategy, since our transparency acts as a front of confidence. However, we cannot be complacent. We need to put our absolute best in those cases. I want nothing but the best presentations. Your calculations should be triple and even quadruple checked. Your graphs should be color-coded up until the very last word. You should accept nothing short of absolute perfection before putting down your name and reputation on the final case solution. Remember, students, you will have the best in the world watching you tomorrow. This is your opportunity. Seize it. Lady Arlington had a way of giving speeches. The room buzzed with anticipation, and I could tell my department with more motivation than ever. But after today, cases were the right way to seize and the opportunity. But after today, I couldn't help but wonder. After all, university students around the world could solve cases and arrive to a range of similar conclusions. But if we could innovate and make a project that is uniquely from Arlington, then I bet it could get us some really good exposure out there. It's definitely risky, though. People in my department are not exactly known to be forgiving. If I end up proposing something that makes us lose the competition miserably, I'm going to be the biggest loser in school for the next 2 years. I'm willing to risk it. If we win, it's going to be all the more rewarding. Okay, there's a lot of people who's been, I've been reading around Tumblr, and it's, a lot of the staff really likes what our, scholars have been going up. So I'm going to risk this. I took a deep breath and raised my hand. I sincerely hope I'm not making a huge mistake. Dude, I'm just reading this and I'm blushing. It's I want to cower and hide. Honora, do you have something? Actually, I'd like to propose an alternative project. The room fell silent at my words, and eyes grew wide. Some of the stares I was getting were almost offended ones. I felt extremely self-conscious. Come on! Okay, I wish I could take that back, but since I'm already in the belly of the beast, might as well go for it. Lady Arlington looked shocked at my proposition, but remained open nonetheless. I'm curious to hear what you think would be a better project than this. These cases have been specifically written for us, I know, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with this project. It's fantastic, and I'm sure we'll be doing an excellent job solving those cases. But when you come in this morning, Lady Arlington, you mentioned something around thinking outside the box. It inspired me, and I understand that it's not enough to simply do what we're expected to. A lot of us are future business people. We need to innovate, show how good and versatile our leadership is. So I was thinking, why don't we build a fictional society from scratch? Every specialization would oversee a specific aspect of society. Tadashi, your finance team could build a country's stock market and money regulations. And all the other business students, as well as the economic students, could take care of trade, research, location, business policy. You guys could work together and create the perfect system. The psychology and sociology students would take care of the ethics and culture building. Politics students would build the political and power dynamics. It's a challenge, I'll admit that, but it involves basically scrapping all your works so far and taking one extra complex issues and solving them all in one day. But if there's a department that can take this kind of challenge, it does. We are the leaders of tomorrow. Let's show that to the world. The classroom went silent once again, but it was clear everybody was pondering the idea. I think we should do it, guys. Honora Rosalyn has a point. Can we even call ourselves the leaders of tomorrow if we can't solve our own fictional society's problems? It's an intriguing idea. I can see its potential. However, I think it's best to leave it to a vote. It's only fair as you all have been working so hard until now. Write up your choice on a piece of paper and circulate it downwards. Please make it quick. I feel the tension in the air and everyone wrote down their choice. My idea ended up winning at 51 of the votes. Ooh, talk about controversial. Seems like we'll go with Honora Rosalyn's idea. Thank you for the proposition. Now that this is a lot of work, you have 2 hours, I suggest you take full advantage of the time and coordinate yourself properly for this challenge. We might have the element of surprise after all. Alright, get to work, everyone. Moved around like a storm, with everyone scrambling around to think of ways we could establish this new society. I ended up taking up the lead along with Tadashi to create the scenario. Everyone pitched in ideas to create the society, and we ended up writing pages worth of a case and attributing the roles efficiently. It was going to be difficult, but I was ready for it. We all worked tirelessly, trying to contribute as much as we could. By the end of it all, I was exhausted. Alright, then your time is up. I hope you made the progress you wanted today, because you're going to need that head start for tomorrow. I must leave to prepare for the interviews. I suggest you all do the same. For tomorrow, I urge to arrive at this classroom by 6 a.m. Please do not be late. You will need all the time you can get. I wish you all the best of luck. Go to bed early and make sure your alarms are working. And with that, everyone started making their way out of class, whispering about the interviews. I should really practice for the interview. But first, I gotta find a quiet place to gather my thoughts. Wait, I want to go up. Don't I? Alright, it seems like the garden is relatively empty. I should be able to focus. But what exactly can I do to prepare for this interview? I don't know what the questions will expect. This is going to be like a job interview where they'll ask me about my plans for the next few years. Or is it going to be a full of curveballs and random questions meant to throw me off? I really should have asked someone about it. I really just have 1 hour to prepare for the interview too. I pulled out my phone and searched up common interview questions on Google. It's Google! Google! I'm sorry, but let's put Tumblr. Okay. Sweet. Elite. Chapter 4. Let's see here. Screenshots. I need screenshots. Dude. Okay. Do you know? I don't think those are going to help me, but thanks anyway, Google. Google! Sorry. There's no point in practicing anything. I should just focus on keeping it together. I closed my eyes and allowed myself to rest a little. It felt like I was finally having a moment to decompress. A time for the interview came, and I sat up and made my way to where everyone was headed. It's time for your interview. School entrance. Main hallway. Second hallway. Cafeteria. Cafeteria lounge. I arrived at the cafeteria lounge. Cameras and equipment had completely changed the feel of this place. The nervous energy in this area was almost overwhelming. Everyone seemed hyper-focused to the point of completely spacing out. Come on. Alright everyone, we're going to be live in about 5 minutes. Lady Arlington will introduce you in your file, and then she will call your name, and this will be your cue to take a seat and go join her in front of the camera. Then it's your time to shine. The order will be based on your academic rank, therefore I will be going first, then Tegan, and so on. For those without a rank yet, you'll be the last ones to pass. If any of you need my help for any last-minute business, please ask me right now. I'll do my best to make sure you're good to go. If you're all set, let me wish you the best of luck. You're going to need it. Tadashi gave us one final nod, plugged in his earphones, and drove into its notes. Lady Arlington walked past us, a serious expression on her face. She looked very focused. Her eyes met mine for a second. She had this look in her eyes, something I couldn't quite decipher. She looked away and took a seat right in the middle of the stage, making sure to face the seat that was placed for the student being interviewed. The rest of the department's heads followed, making their seats straight behind her. Put together, the leaders of the Arlington Academy looked extremely intimidating. The dynamic felt completely different from meeting them individually. I'm willing to bet that they make up quite a formidable team. To think that these are the people who will be interviewing me, I felt a ball of pressure building in my stomach and my whole body felt tense. This is it. It's really going to happen. I'm going to get interviewed in front of hundreds of thousands of people. My eyes went wide and I felt like I couldn't breathe anymore. Oh my God, I can't do this. I started panicking. Then I felt a hand on my shoulder. I looked up and Axel gave me a soft look. You can do this, Axel. This interview is to show the world who you are. The people that are watching are going to be judging you, sure, but at the end of the day, all you can do is offer the best of yourself. You won't ever be able to impress everyone, just the ones that matter. You already have it within you, an original trust in yourself. I felt some tension in my body release. Thanks, Axel. He gave me a small smile. It's a little unsettling to see you so inspirational. You're usually so nonchalant. This isn't my first rodeo, but I do remember how it felt when it was my first. You have nothing to prepared for this one, though, right? Absolutely nothing. That's more of like the actual I know. Like, the lighting suddenly changed, and all of a sudden, all attention was focused on Lady Arlington and the department's heads. I heard the cameraman and directors count down and the technicians making their final equipment checks. And before I knew it, we were live. I wonder if Dad is watching right now. I hope I can make him proud. Good evening and welcome to the Arlington Academy's 20th annual department competition. I am Lady Amelia Arlington, President and Dean of Arlington Academy, as well as the head of Business, Commerce, and Politics Department. I will be acting as your host and as main judge for the competition. My esteemed colleagues and I are honored to have you as our audience for tonight. For the first time in our history, the competition will be broadcast to the world. We believe that it is finally time to show you all the excellence that stems from our educational program. Hopefully, by the end of the competition, you will be inspired to reach out to us, whether it is to apply to become one of us, or to recruit, mentor, or sponsor one of our students. Whatever the case may be, we deeply appreciate your interest in the Academy, and we will be opening the floor to audience questioning after the interviews. One of the students that you will meet throughout this competition, all the students you will meet throughout this competition will have demonstrated talent and intelligence beyond the normal. Arlington students accept nothing but the best of themselves. If you feel so inclined, you may register on the competition's website in order to cast your audience vote. Today you may vote for your favorite student, the one that has plagued your interest. All votes will be counted equally in order to determine the winners of the competitions. Voting will be open right after the interviews. And now, without further ado, let me introduce you to our first student. Please welcome Mr. Tadashi Nakanino. Tadashi made his way up, giving... Alright, Tadashi, I'm going to spare you the classic interview questions. Wow, I really hate my computer right now. Interview questions, as I believe you are already well known within the business community. Alright, instead, tell me, what is something about you that not many people know? I appreciate it, Mrs. Arlington. You have no idea how many times I've been asked what my biggest strengths and weaknesses are and what my plans are for the next 5 years. I think something that not many people know about me is my love for tutoring others. I may not come across as the patient guy, but I do enjoy helping others learn. I grew up with a lot of private tutors. They made me who I am today. I guess I hope I can be this kind of impact on somebody one day. The interview didn't last longer than 2 minutes, but the ease in which Tadashi answered the questions absolutely floored me. He knew exactly what to say and to make himself look good. It's like he'd been doing it all his life. Because he has! He was going to get a lot of votes for sure. The rest of my classmates passed their interviews one by one. While the most questions were pretty standard, asking them about their skills, experiences, and about their plans for the future, some of them were rather unconventional. Tegan, how would you go about estimating the numbers of computers at Arlington Academy? I guess I'd start by determining how many people there are in Arlington, staff members and students included. From there on, I would think it's safe to assume that all of them have at least a smartphone. We know that most students have a laptop at their disposition. We also know that most staff members have their own computer in their office. Let's assume that around 40% of people in general have access to 2 personal computers, just because the school has the budget. Finally, the computer room has around 50 desktop computers available for students and 40 laptops available for rent. Putting all these assumptions together, I believe this amounts to 1,589 computers. Even if he was a little awkward about it, he couldn't have taken more than a few seconds to do the mental math, making his answer all the more impressive. I mean, damn. Nia, how do you personally make the difference between style and fashion trends? In my opinion, this is the most important question a designer must ask themselves, Mrs. Cat. A fashion trend is self-explanatory. As a trend, it's based on a style that is currently deemed profitable and aesthetically pleasing to by the fashion industry. Style, however, is a person's inner essence brought into material form. It's emotion, conventions, and dreams put into appearance. It represents both who a person is and who they'd like to be. Style is a personal relationship you have. It's the personal relationships you have with fashion. Fashion trends change over time and don't hold that much intrinsic value. Style, however, is timeless. Trends distract. Style builds a connection. It was unexpected to get such a passionate and eloquent answer from Neha. It was clear that this was a topic she really took to heart. Claire, what would you say makes you hopeful for the future of humanity? Claire seemed a bit taken aback. I gave her a thumbs up and she gave me a small smile. When I volunteer at the hospital, I see people coming together every day. Human beings have the tenacity of coming together in the face of tragedy. Sometimes bad things cannot be avoided, despite all our efforts. I think the only thing we can really do is support each other, have compassion, and try our best. And from what I can see, even if there is some bad apples in the bunch, this is already the case. I believe our care for one another will drive humanity forward. For someone that is clearly not meant to be in front of a camera, Claire did a stunning job. Her positive vibes were sure to get her a good batch of votes. So, Ellie, if you've made it clear that you love robots and pulling pranks on your classmates. How would you go about designing the perfect prank-pulling robot? That must be the best question I've ever had to answer, Mrs. Lee. Laughs were heard throughout the audience. Let's see, I can safely say that experience that a good prank must have the following. It must be unexpected, convincing, and adapted to the prankee. With that in mind, the robot hardware should be built for stealth. Not too big, not too small, hopefully with camouflage capabilities. The AI would be built to be able to adapt to the person's reaction, changing the course of the plan if needed, constantly searching for new information to make the prank effective, while still being able to stay within the framework given. Finally, it would be tested on a high enough sample of people in order to account for error margins. And then I would release it into Arlington Academy, of course. Ellie seemed to have a certain charm that bled easily through the camera. It was clear she didn't need to practice anything beforehand in order to win the audience. Alistair, you clearly demonstrate the extent of your positive attitude, but let's balance it out a little. Tell us what scares you the most. Well, I don't think anyone could have expected that. I hope this doesn't play against Alistair. Always the demanding one, aren't you, Coach? I think what scares me the most is the possibility of letting people down. I've worked very hard to get where I am, but I know I would never have gotten this far if it weren't for the help of many people around me. My friends have always got my back. My family sacrificed a lot for me. Even you, Coach. I don't know what I would be without your advice. Coach Davis looked a little emotional at Alistair's words. Ultimately, this fear just drives me to work even harder. I'm just very grateful to be here. Leave it to Alistair to turn an unflattering question to his advantage. I don't think it's even possible to dislike him, even with his apparent discomfort in front of the camera. Carolina, however, was a complete natural. She knew exactly how to act, what to say, and looked incredible on the screen. Guess being photogenic is to be expected when you're a model. Carolina, you obviously got quite some charm. Can you tell us what your secret to winning over people? Now that's an excellent question, Mrs. Cott. I think the best way to winning them over is to surprise them. Flash them with a smile, find out what they think about you, and then completely turn those expectations on their head. Oh wow, we probably just did that. and then allow them to do the same. In my experience, I have often found the best contacts to have are the most daring ones. You have to win them over, and have to be won over by them. After what I witnessed in the classroom earlier today with her, the answer did not surprise me at all. When Axel's turn came, the whole audience unsurprisingly cheered loudly for him. He made his way confidently to his seat. Despite having made no preparations at all for this interview, Axel completely nailed it. He definitely had a lot of charm in front of the camera. Your career is definitely impressive for one such a young age, Axel. You seem to be focusing a lot on living the present moment. That's correct. But tell me, what would you like to be remembered for, say, if you died tomorrow? Damn, that went dark. Oh, Dr. Kim. What put you in such a dark mood today? I must be honest with you. I didn't really think of this up until now. I really liked seeing their meter. Like, the full point of this. So, I wish there was, like, a way for you to, like, close this when you want it to. But I think I'd like to be remembered as a performer that touched people's hearts, who music made life better for them. Come on! There are several other... We lost the entire view of that because of my stupid computer. I apologize. Or is it because of the load of this computer? There are several other students to interview before Tyler finally made his way up to the stage. Tyler, you definitely have the skills of someone who belongs in my department. Your opinions show for it. But I want to know what you think is the difference between a painter and an artist. Taylor seemed to ponder that for a moment, and it was definitely a good question to ask. I guess it depends on what you consider art, Mr. Boss. Would you care to elaborate? If we consider art in the traditional sense, as in the techniques used to express what we consider as objective beauty, then the painter would be an artist only when he is using paint to create something beautiful. But if we consider art as a general expression of human creativity and emotion, and assume that all art is subjective, then nearly anything can be considered art. The painter would then only be an artist if he paints what he considers creative and pleasing. I do believe personally that the answer lies somewhere between both world views. I think that ultimately there is no difference between the painter and the artist. They are simply two sides of the same coin. The audience listened to stunned silence of Tyler's response. Tyler is known to be the most philosophical guy out there. In fact, it's quite the opposite. I've always pegged him as a hilarious, easygoing guy. Come on! But I think that duality only makes him more interesting to the public. Maybe Carolina is onto something when she spoke about playing with people's expectations. He's definitely going to get a good amount of votes for that answer alone. Raquel was the last one of my classmates to pass the interview. Raquel, I think you established how much you love soccer. But what would you do if you weren't a soccer player? Is that a trick question, Coach? You know how much I never switch. I love it too much. I seriously cannot imagine myself doing anything else. I love the team of Arlington, and I honestly I'd honestly die for these girls. You have to answer the question, Rick Will. Fine. I guess I would be a football coach. Or if that can happen, I can see myself in another active environment as well. I don't think I would survive a normal 9 to 5 day job. Maybe I could be a firefighter or something. Definitely something that would help the community. I feel the most at home when I'm a part of a team, a family. Knowing Rick Will's problems with authority, I'm not too sure she could be a public servant, but her drive to help people did not surprise me. The rest of the students passed their interviews one by one. It lasted hours. And with each passing minute, I couldn't help but feel more nervous. It was clear that some people were more experienced with public interviews than others, but regardless of their level, all of them were able to pull through with some good answers. Not one student messed up. The department heads were asking questions that were obviously in the students' favor. Dog, how are you holding it in that much? How? The teachers wanted to challenge them enough so they have a chance to shine, but keep it doable. The questions were personalized in a way, but I've only been in Arlington for a few weeks. The teachers didn't have the time to get to know me well enough. I couldn't help but wonder what kind of questions I would be asked. Would they be generic answers? Would they be extremely challenging? Would they help gain me votes? I had absolutely no idea. God, why did I have to be the new kid at the most prestigious school in the country? I took a moment to remember all of my classmates' interviews. Why some of them were definitely playing up their strengths. All of them were clearly just genuine, even Carolina. I didn't think any of them were lying, trying to impress, obviously, but they were completely honest. Face it, Honora Rosalind, you don't know how to impress people as well as some people here. You don't have much experience in this kind of situation either. Axel was right. The only thing you can do is try to be the best of yourself. That's what I'm going to do. And with that, we can now conclude the interviews of all of Arlington's ranked students. We will now begin with the unranked students interview. Those are students that have just joined us at the academy. Since my colleagues have yet to get to know them well, I will be taking over the interviewing them all. Let's begin, shall we? And with that, the interviews began. It only took a few students to pass before Lady Arlington would calling my name. Our next student is one of our 10 scholarship students. This student has been selected within a pool of over 7,000 applicants, impressing the school's administration with an impeccable record and promising talent. Let us welcome Honora Rosalind to the stage. My heart jumped out of my chest. I made my way up to the seat. The camera was not too far from me, and somehow it made me even more nervous. It just felt so surreal. I was being watched by potentially millions who could judge me and decide if I was worth giving 2 seconds of their time to cast a vote. It seems like my whole body was shaking from adrenaline. I hoped it wasn't too obvious. Lady Arlington's expression wobbled a little, and she looked at me, but she kept her signature political smile on her face. I'm still not sure what is wrong with me. Why is Lady Arlington always so weird around me? Good evening, Mrs. Arlington. It's really a pleasure to be here. The pleasure is all mine, my dear. Tell me, Arlington, what do you think of Arlington Academy so far? Oh, I think it's truly filled with amazing people. I was going to attend one of the best high schools in the world, but it's still quite a shock for me. Arlington is definitely one of a kind. It makes me happy that you feel that way. Now enough about school, let's talk about you. Tell me, Honora Rosalind, what does being an Arlington Academy student means to you? It means... Simon. Okay, that's... Well, I'm in the business academy, so it's like getting outside my comfort zone. Care to give us an example? Oh, absolutely, though. I will say that nearly everything about the academy have challenged me out of my comfort zone. The ranking system, for example, while being very efficient and competitive system, is definitely not something I'm used to. The workload when it comes to the homework and assignments are usually double from what I was handling back home. And to be perfectly honest, the caliber of the school, some of my classmates require more finesse when socializing. At the end of the day, though, I am thankful for those experiences. They make me grow, despite how hard they can be. Personal growth is something we aim for students to achieve. Although I will state that, in a way, being a student of Arlington is kind of like being a part of a huge, multi-talented, and unconventional family. Oh, now that's rather uncommon response. Would you care to explain your point of view? It might seem a little out of place, and I might be driving into some more personal feelings here, but I will admit that adjusting to Arlington Academy has been a little bit of a challenge. I have always been someone who likes to belong. I think all of us are, to some degree. I try to give as much as I can to the people around me. Sometimes I find myself caring a little more than I should about the small things. In the little time I've been here at the Academy, I have witnessed many close friendships that I can't help but admire. The competition is fierce, and not everyone who's here is interested in connecting with others. However, those who do, they seem to flock together. I thought about Carolina and Neha, how they seem to be great friends regardless of their differences. It was the same for Tegan and Tyler. I thought about Ellie's outgoing nature, how she was willing to listen to me when she was feeling anxious before the fitness test, even if she'd known me for less than a week. I thought about Claire and her interestingly caring attitude towards her classmates, how she was willing to transcribe a full notebook of her notes for her department to use. I even thought about Tadashi, who, despite looking like he's about to blow up on anyone, still tries to do his best for the student body, including with whatever was going on with Rick Will. They flock together, like a family. I'm not a part of that family yet. I've only been here for a few weeks, but I hope that one day I'll be a part of the Arlington family too. Lady Arlington looked at me, a mixture of shock and another emotion I couldn't quite put my finger on. She looked almost emotional, upset. I thought I caught some tears forming in her eyes. However, she quickly shrugged her feelings off and gave me back her signature smile. Well, thank you very much for sharing this with us, Honora. I think a lot of us would be happy to have you as part of the family. Thank you very much. You made it clear that you value others and that you're ready to be a team player. But let's find out just a bit more about you. What do you value most about yourself? I think what I value the most is I want to say competence, but I want to know how she answers that. Can be. That means weaknesses. Yeah, this would be her. I try to be as confident as I can be. This means taking full responsibility for my weaknesses. I do it for myself because I think it's an act of self-love to work on yourself, to allow yourself to develop skills and abilities that will ultimately make you a better person. However, I also do it for others. I don't want to be a burden on anyone. I don't want to be someone on whom my peers can I want to be someone on whom my peers can rely. I want to be there when people ask for help. I want to be a strong member of a team. I want to be the very best for me so that I can be the very best for others. The audience was filled with silence as I gave my answer to Lady Arlington in the cameras. I wasn't sure if it was good or bad. I was telling the truth, but for all I know, I could have been making a fool out of myself on my live broadcast. God, I sure hope that wasn't the case. Dixon? That wasn't the case. Well, Honora Roslin, it's clear that you have a strong sense of who you are, and I admire that. And from what I can tell, it seems like you've won the hearts of many already. Lady Ellen gestured toward the audience, and I hear multiple cheers, a lot more than I anticipated. I took a quick look backstage to where some of my classmates were. I got several excited smiles and thumbs up. Okay, it seems like I didn't do too bad. Thank you very much, Nora Rosalina. I wish you the best of luck in this competition. Thank you very much, so much. With one last wave of applause, I made my way off the stage and joined everyone else backstage as Lady Arlington introduced the next student. It felt like my heart was beating at 1,000 miles per hour. Oh my god, it was finally over. I took a seat, trying to focus on the rest of the interviews, but all I could hear around me were whispers. For some reason, I felt all eyes were on me. Not long after, the interviews were finally over, and Lady Arlington was preparing to close for the night. And with that, the interview portion of the department's competition has come to an end. Thank you all for what you have tuned. Thank you to all of you that have tuned in to watch. We hope that this has been as much as a pleasure for you as it was for us. And as a reminder, you are able to vote for your favorite student if you like them to win the individual category prize. Voting will eventually start now. Make sure to tune in tomorrow at 10 a.m. for the opening ceremony of the department's competition. Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, and have a wonderful night. And with that, the live stream was over, and one after the other, the students turned back on their cell phones and instantly went to the Academy website. The audience had 30 minutes to cast their votes, and I had a feeling all eyes were going to be glued. I, however, didn't feel like keeping track of the voting. All I wanted to do was just chill. Come on. Today has been exhausting, and if I were to be ready for tomorrow's event, I was going to need to get a good night's sleep, unlike last night. Ooh, still shade. Need to go out? After all, it's not as if I was going to get a lot of votes. Many of my classmates had knocked it out of the park today, and I was definitely not in a place to compete with any of them. I grabbed my stuff and made my way out of the area. Cafeteria, second hallway, first hallway. With all the commotion going on back at the interview stage, the entire school was empty. It felt oddly peaceful. It seemed like the academy was always buzzing with energy, with stress. It was almost relaxing to be able to see the school in this way, though I knew the state was only temporary. I couldn't help but feel like something had happened during that interview. Something big, but I couldn't quite pinpoint what it was. Lady Arlington, I wondered what she has against me. She reacted similarly to me when we first saw each other on the first day of school. She looked like she had just seen a ghost. I couldn't think of a single reason why she would react that way, though. Not when I started school. Not today. And now that the issue of the competition tomorrow, I had managed to survive the interview, but there was only so much I could do for tomorrow's events. That's where the meat is going to be. I just hope I will be able to keep up with the rest of my department. Before I knew it, I was lost in thought, making my way through the hallway, trying to get my mind to focus on getting it together for tomorrow. Nora Rosalind, oh my gosh, I found you guys over here. I jumped as Ellie screamed my name from the other side of the hallway. She and a bunch of others were frantically running towards me, both looking aesthetic and a little insane. What's wrong, guys? Come on, what's wrong? What in the world is going on? Ellie? Holy crap, Nora. I can't believe you made it. That's awesome. Whew, Nora Rosalind, I gotta say, you're no joke, though. It was to be expected from that interview of yours next. I'm really happy for you. You definitely deserve it with that interview was fire. What are you talking about? You mean you don't know? Nora Rosalind, if I were you, I'd log into the Academy website and check the results of the votes. I narrowed my eyes at them as I took my phone out of my pocket. What were they implying? No, there was no way. And yet, as I scrolled through the rankings, I have to make my way all the way up to the top before finding my position. Third place in the entire Academy, right after Dadashi and Axials. There was an instant dizziness inside my body as my brain tried to understand what had happened. I felt my knees get weak. What? These? Congratulations, Nora. You made it into the top 3, but I don't understand. There was nothing special about my interview. How in the world did I manage to get close to you and Tadashi, let alone beat the rest of you? It doesn't make sense. Oh, come on, you give yourself some credit. You were a total charmer up there. Seriously, read the comments on the website. They're calling you Arlington's sweetheart. Don't you mean Steelheart? I think it's the part of you wanting to belong that really resonated with the people. Dude, it gave me so many feels. So many feels. It was definitely a winner. Everyone in the room looked like they were ready to lay down their life for you. What the hell? Bullshit. I call bullshit, Tegan. While I was trying to make sense of all this, my heart was beating wildly against my chest. I still couldn't believe it. How had this happened? I know how hard it can be to accept the little bits of success you can get in Nora Rosalyn, but I think of it this way. You're one step closer to getting into the silver tier. Also, the competition isn't over. You still have tomorrow to get as many individual votes as possible. Who knows, you might even beat me into that shit. You might even win the individual prize. Regardless of the situation, you're guaranteed at least a modest ranking boost for your file. And you deserve it. That's absolutely crazy, you guys. To be honest, I never really expected to resonate with the Academy's audience this much. To be perfectly frank, me neither, Nora. I jumped a little as Tadashi snuck up on the conversation. Well, way to be an asshole, like always. That's not what I meant, and you know it. I didn't expect you to pull through so well, Nora. I don't mean to be rude, but I don't think I'm wrong in saying your mental state has not been the best since you've arrived at the academy. Well, was it that obvious? Yeah, you're not wrong, Tadashi, and I'm not offended, by the way. Good, because I wanted to personally congratulate you, and I must admit I'm quite thrilled to finally have some more worthy competition. Battling for the top spot with Axel has always felt like a waste of my time. I should. I'm right here, you know. I am aware. Why the rest erupted into laughter. Still riding from the high of the interviews, I felt something swell in my chest that I haven't felt in a long time. Was it hope? Pride? I wasn't too sure. What I was sure about was that I was now ready for tomorrow's competition, at least emotionally. It felt good to finally have a victory. Come on, Tadashi. Just to make that you were hella jealous of Honora Rosalyn when she rocked it on stage. Not really. Dude, the way your eyes shot open when she dropped the whole "I want to be a part of the Arlington family" line was amazing. It was a clever marketing move, even if it was probably unintentional. Probably? Hardar, it was a clever marketing move. You guys, stop being mean to him. He's chronically stressed out. No offense, Claire, but that's 100% his fault. It did feel good to have a victory. Being at the top 3 of the initial voting was definitely not anywhere close to what I expected. I'm this close to sending all of you in detention. Even you, Al. But something told me that it wasn't the only victory I had today. Today felt like I was finally starting to belong here. Maybe it's time to call it a night. I agree, we're all going to need some rest. Shit, that reminds me, I still got some paperwork to do. Hey man, take it easy. We can help you. No, it's okay, I can do it. Oh my god, shut the hell up and take the help, you moron. I want that on a cup. I'll take care of the emails. I'll make you a calming tea. And I'll make sure you actually get some sleep tonight. Come on, Honora Rosalyn, let's get back to the dorms. Ellie took me by the arm. I might not be a part of the Arlington family yet, but I think I'm on the right track. And we finished that chapter. Now let's look into our dorm. And we made it with only 17 energy. And let's look at the illustration. Let's look at the illustration. Like all the illustrations here, it's like the hair here looks. And then it's like you look here and it's like you know for a fact she did not get much sleep. Like at all. And can we have pupils here? Like our character has no pupils and damn. Really wish we had pupils. Because it's like do we have pupils here? No, we don't. Okay, never mind. But that was chapters 3 and 4 of my female Scholar of Speed Elite. I hope you enjoyed.